Session 36. After enduring trials that have tested their resolve, bravery, and bonds, Much Obliged finds a moment of peace within the vast swamp, a hard-earned respite on the heels of their monumental victory. The blight that once threatened to consume the swamp and spread its corruption beyond has been cleansed, thanks to their daring and determination. In the critical moments of the ritual to purge the blight, Figwyn found herself unexpectedly bound by the ritual's magic, rendered unable to defend herself or assist her allies. But you all gathered round and protected her, guarding her against the last-ditch effort of the blight to protect itself. Now, as you gather your strength, the Hag's journals lay closed before you, a grim reminder of ambition gone awry, the complex morality of your foes, and the reach of the Tanthul shade known as the Dark One. These lessons are now woven indelibly into the fabric of your story. As you ready yourselves for the journey out of the vast swamp, it is now time to look forward and apply these hard-earned insights to the challenges that lie ahead. Vorel, the black dragon with whom you fought to a standstill, has offered an escort of his lizard folk to guide you safely from the swamp. Yet the nature of this escort remains ambiguous. Are they guardians ensuring your safe passage, or wardens watching your every move? Their presence has shifted the dynamics of your journey from clear opposition to a precarious alliance, threading a path of potential safety so long as everything proceeds without incident. Now, with the blight behind you, and accolades ahead, your path leads to Landeth Castle, the ancestral home of House Tammarast beckons, a beacon back to civilization, friends, and family. The path to Landeth Castle should be uneventful, yet if you've learned anything in this journey through the vast swamp, anything can happen. We return now to the small hillock, to a muddy cave in the heart of that dark swamp, where the six of you have taken the opportunity to rest. A full day of relaxation lies ahead of you. Too bad the air is thick with an oppressive fog, a cold, damp embrace that penetrates to the bone. Welcome back to Cormyr in the year of Purple Dragons. What would you all like to do this day as you take your long rest?
The spellbook research is only on long rest now, right?
Yeah, I think we're going to shift to that for sure.
Sure. Okay. I just wanted to make sure, since we just had a short rest, so.
Yeah.
So are we, in the morning?
Yeah, it is currently in the morning. You guys have taken you've completed the short rest portion of your long rest. But now you've still got a day that you've agreed to hang out by the wagon and not do too much. Carriage, technically.
My plans are mainly to try and clean up the carriage, restock it, since everything had been unloaded.
Do you have prestidigitation, or are you doing that with good old-fashioned elbow grease?
Elbow grease and shape water.
DK grease.
Veronica will poke Corthyndahast about her affliction and request his aid.
Oh, right. You're blind still.
Corthyndahast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Maybe over some breakfast. So, about that thing we talked about, you said that you might be able to help with it today?
It is a grave matter, and would require delicate arcane power, but I believe that I can assist with that, yes.
I think she's going to look at you weird for across the cap, because she's pretty sure she could also do this if it's not delicate at all. But she's not going to say anything.
Veronica will lean into complimenting Corthyndahast about his prowess and totally stroke the ego and oh, of course. You're now a war wizard, correct?
Yes, I am.
So this
Thank you
must
for noticing.
be totally within your wheelhouse.
That's true. That is very true. And it's very obvious that that has worked. Like, immediately, he sort of snaps his fingers and silver fire plays along the edges of them. And he says, "Sovereignty of silver fire." And then he lays the fingers on your eyes and boom, remove curse.
Veronica will take a big sigh out of relief and thank Corthynd for being a mage of such quality and care. And then go talk to Kaelen. Figure out what he's doing.
So if we're all kind of outside of the cave, at this point I'm probably doing some workout, like I'm doing some push-ups and sit-ups, and like, you know, doing my morning regiment, maybe like punching some trees and stuff as you approach.
Is my mic not on push to talk? Oh my gosh.
No, it's been great.
Sorry.
We've been
Oh,
hearing everything.
who's breathing into the mic?
I know, right? I just noticed it like lighting up and I'm hitting the button and then I was not hitting the button. Sorry.
Betrayal
Veronica
from
will-
your own mic.
That's okay.
I know,
It's been
right?
great, Apollo. Keep going.
No. I can't deal.
Everyone liked
All
it.
right. There we go. Yeah. So Veronica will head over to Kaelen as he's working out and doing his punching the trees, and she'll make a joke about the tree didn't do anything to you.
Not yet, at least. Can't
That's
trust
true.
anything in this swamp.
Veronica will look around. She'll be like, you know what? You have a point there. Keep an eye on those trees.
I did catch you being blind last session, right? I think I did.
Yeah. She wasn't trying to hide it from Kaelen. If anything, she was relying on Kaelen to help. And I guess at that point, you know, she'll mention it to Kaelen that Corthynd helped out and that she can see just fine again.
Ah, that's good. He can be useful sometimes. Actually, more often than I expected.
Yeah.
So, do you know when the group plans to leave and what our plans are?
I think we're planning on hanging out here for the day, recouping, maybe getting the carriage put back together or cleaned up. Although, how are we going to pull it? Wait, do we have a second horse? I don't know. Do we have Thorn still?
You have Thorn is undead, and you have Fig's horse.
Right. Oh, and Bramble, right? Bramble survived the fray.
Yeah, I think you still have Bramble.
Okay.
So yeah, you have Bramble and Thorn who can both still pull it.
And we could bring Peaches back if we really
they buried Peaches.
wanna
I
do
don't.
so.
I don't think that's in the cards.
I mean, it could dig its way out.
He's back at the witch's hut, though.
Horses
true.
are not known for their digging acumen, really. And I imagine not having any muscles or anything would not help.
They try, though.
It's more of a hoofing, right?
They paw at the ground a lot. Yeah.
Yes, it's part of their body language, but they don't generally get very far into the ground.
No.
Veronica will mention to Kaelen or strike up a conversation about her getting a message as they were leaving the Hag's Hut. I received a message from my father. He is insisting on me returning to Suzail.
That might be a good idea. I've also received news about returning to Suzail. It seems pretty urgent.
Urgent how? What did they say to you?
Well, there's been many rumors going around, where who my father is, right? And you've heard some of these, I'm sure. I'm curious about what might happen with all of this as well. I'm not expecting that something will happen for me, but it might. So it might be good for us to go.
So you want to go to Suzail?
I think it might be for the best for both of us.
I disagree with that. Maybe we take a long road.
I mean,
windy
we are
road?
part of this crew now. It might be good to talk with the greater group and figure out where everyone wants to go and where the urgent business is. But the sooner we get to Suzail, the better, in my opinion.
Because of these rumors of who your father is, or something else?
That's my main motivation of getting back.
Okay.
But
And you
as
want to go back?
As always, I'll follow you where we need to go. But I do want
Yeah,
to get back as soon as we can. And
what
Corthyndahast
you
needs his
want?
cloak.
Oh, well, he's got a nice cloak on right now. I guess then, I don't know, Veronica will organize her arrows or something.
I'll probably continue training until we're ready to talk as a group.
Fig's probably just trying to make their food edible.
Oh yeah, did Fig make breakfast? I need to know what we ate.
Womp gunk.
Ugh, what was that?
I don't know, like, just we don't have a lot of like options for
Oh, fair enough.
fresh
Mushrooms.
ingredients.
Lots and lots of mushrooms.
In which case, you better hope that Fig knows her mushrooms.
I do at some point want to strike up some conversation with Delryar about. So I don't know where you are currently, but
Loading up the cart.
oh, that's right.
Taking my dear sweet time about it.
Yeah, I'll come over and after I'd done training a little bit and start helping out and moving some stuff and cleaning and say I haven't had a chance to thank you for what you did for me out there in battle. But thank you for what you did. You saved me for sure.
We all did our part. You can hurt things. I have the ability to make sure that you can continue to do things.
It's appreciated. That's pretty much all. I just wanted to thank him.
What's Val doing?
Val's just chilling by the entrance of the cave, whittling the branch into like a walking stick, carving a horse head into the top.
Veronica will go over and sit next to him and tell him she's sorry. I'm sorry about Peaches. He was a good horse.
Yep. Best horse I ever stole. But it's my own fault. hoping to learn from it this time.
At least they had a good adventure. Right?
Yeah. I don't know if this swamp's exactly the adventure he was looking for.
That's fair.
I hate this swamp.
Me too. I can't wait to have a bath, a proper bath.
Oh, yes. A town with actual food.
Like, priorities are bath, lots of food, drinks. In that order.
Fresh socks.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
How are you doing?
Oh, great. Just fine.
Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
Oh, great. Yeah, fine.
Mm-hmm. She seems fine.
Just peachy king. Like, perfect.
Now
We're on our way out.
A little tired. That's about it, man.
Oh,
How
you're
about you?
muted, Niv.
Forgot I muted. Yeah, she just seems a little tired. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm just fine.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Turnabout's fair play. All right. That means I gotta work something. Hold on.
I feel like at this point we all know that fine means
He seems a little
Not at all fine.
depressed.
Well, also,
But
how long
only-
has it been since Fig's Castle?
Oh. Almost a 10-day.
Yeah. Little antsy Coltwets.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Are you sure you're okay? You look like you're. I don't know. You don't look good right now. Is there something I can do?
I think once we get out of this swamp, it'll be good.
All right. Get out of the swamp. Well, let's do that. What's for lunch, Fig?
same thing that was for breakfast, which will also be what dinner is.
Oh, can we? Wait, I remember asking this before, but I've forgotten. Is hunting considered a
Yeah, you can do that.
Like-
you guys could do
okay.
that during a long rest. As long as you don't get into a fight while hunting. Like, if it's just hunting and foraging, you're fine. If a fight
Okay.
happens, it might ruin your long rest.
Yeah,
just for
maybe
me
don't
or
hunt
for
a honey
everybody?
badger.
Oh yes, the highly famous and ubiquitous swamp honey badger.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Just for you, unless you bring the fight back to where we are.
Okay. All right.
If we're not there, our day
Yeah.
can't be ruined by it.
Yeah,
Okay.
correct.
All right. Veronica does not want any more mushrooms. She will ask Fig if she would like to go hunting to see if they can find something other than mushrooms.
I
We
would
have
love to do
beef
that.
jerky and hardtack still, right?
Yeah, I mean we have rations, but Fig would love to do that. She just also will hope that you are dedicated to the hunting cause this time, because last time you were distracted.
Yeah.
Just fair.
We had other
But-
goals.
Do you guys
Yeah.
want to go hunting then?
Sure,
I do.
that'd be great.
All right.
Cool.
I need a survival check with advantage from one of you.
Veronica's gonna follow Your lead, Fig's lead. Do you want to do the roll?
There
What's
we
that
go.
bloodhound nose?
He's a spaniel.
You find some more mushrooms, edible mushrooms. You also find some herbs, particularly marigold and witch hazel, but you do find a couple of more edible herbs, and some wild berries, and some freshwater fish.
Yay! I was hoping for some meat.
I have a question.
Non-mushroom protein.
Can you brew? I know it's not in the rules, but can you brew potions of healing using a brewer's kit and have it also be alcohol?
Yes, but
This is your
So
alcoholic healing
you drink
potion?
it, but it makes you drunk.
yes, but every time you drink an alcoholic healing potion, you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
So you
Risks,
may
rewards.
gain hit points, but you may also gain the poisoned condition.
Aw. That'd be cool, honestly. I love that idea. Just like
I'm down.
It's like drunken
Kaelen
fist
handed out shots.
Yeah, I'm down. Kaelen is welcome to start brewing up healing shots. I'm down for that.
Yeah, I
I
only
love
have
it.
brewer's supplies, so I don't have proficiency in herbalism.
Don't need
Or
it
maybe
now.
that's-
You can do it with brewers.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
Yeah.
talked him into letting you make us poisoned
let's do it.
potions.
Yeah,
You can
I
make
would definitely
Poisoned healing
make,
potions. I'm down.
I
I'm
would
down
definitely
for,
make one.
I'm
Mhm.
down for that.
I mean,
sure
the
that-
other option is to take a healing potion and put it through the brewing process.
The
that-
DC would probably depend on what
It
type
also-
of potion healing
It
was, right?
also has to ferment, so it'll take a 10 day to ferment. Because
So I feel
Oh,
otherwise-
like-
really?
I feel like
Aw.
Kaelen wouldn't come up with this idea on his own. Like either Del or Corthyndahast or Tanis need to come up to me and like talk to me about this. And
well,
we'd have
so
to do is
here-
like a,
here's what I'm gonna say. Fig and Veronica found the materials needed to either brew or concoct a healing potion. Whether that's going to be alcoholic or not is up to you guys. They also found stuff to make food out of. If you want to turn that into a potion of healing, you absolutely can. You could do it today, but then it takes a 10-day to ferment. If you
so
do
it's
it
like
alcoholic.
normal cost, but you can't access it for a while.
Yeah, and it also has
That makes sense.
the poison chance because it's alcohol. It's a low DC though.
Right.
so
DC will be
as
super
the
low.
stuff comes into camp, I'm like, well, I can make something alcoholic with that. Maybe some more brews or something stronger.
Veronica will definitely encourage this.
Have you considered adding a little bit of spice to your drinks? I believe with those ingredients, you could. I'm not sure about the brewing process, but it could make potion of healing.
Well, you want to give me a hand? We can get this thing going.
I have no idea how to make a potion of healing.
We can make it extra
I
spicy.
only know that can make one.
I got some alchemist supplies. I could maybe try and help you with your process.
All right, let's try to make it happen. I'll gather up the supplies and pull out my brewer's
Yep.
kit.
Once the cart is reloaded and such, can I make a medicine check to see who, just kind of glancing around to see who might still be particularly injured?
Yeah, absolutely. Good.
I mean, I know a long rest resolves all that, but
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
seriously.
As far as you can tell, everybody is dying of the plague.
Oh no.
Do you have inspiration left?
I mean,
The reason
Suppose
he's
we
asking
get it
is that you're
back
giving
at long
yeah,
rest, right?
Exactly.
Sure, why not?
Might as well blow it on silly things.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a 3 for a second there.
So
It would've
with
been
a 21,
hilarious.
with a 21 at a glance, you can tell everybody except Corthynd is actually pretty low. Like on average, most people are at or below half of, like above the table. Everybody's about at half or below their half hit point marker. So
Okay,
everybody's a little bloody and battered.
I'm going to go around and give everyone except for Corthynd and myself a healing word. So
Okie dokie.
just kind of tend to wounds
Hey.
and stuff
Hey,
like that.
Fig, you've been cooking,
I
huh?
cooked.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
I did cook.
They're not spending hit die, but I'll allow it here anyways. Normally I wouldn't, but it'll be fine for this one. So go ahead and roll.
This will be for Apollo,
Fig, give me a general roll for your healing.
Big.
Can you tell me the number? Sorry,
Yeah.
that was at 9 for me.
Yeah, but you're gonna get more. So
Really?
10.
Holy
you get-
shit.
You get 10 because Fig's healing boosts it by 1.
Oh, okay.
So Fig, you get 7.
Kixt.
Kaelen, you get 11.
I can't be
and,
healed over my hit points,
You
though.
cannot.
No.
That puts me at, okay.
Wow.
And that one's
There's
for-
some healing for you, Druid boy.
Yeah, so, and then Tanis, you gain 12.
Thanks.
I would like to point out that as Fig and Veronica are coming back from hunting, Veronica gives Fig a scritch behind the ears and says that she's a good puppy dog. And
Oh my god, Fig is the happiest dog ever now.
and wait, Fig, are you cooking the fish? Is that what we're eating?
I mean, yes, but not while she's a dog.
Well, yeah, that.
That would be weird.
In
I
my
assume-
head,
I
I'm
assume that'll be dinner.
thinking.
Yes, the
Oh,
fish
okay.
is going to be dinner. I mean, what probably will happen is she's going to fix the fish fairly soon after we get back to camp. We'll have a big meal, and then just here's some sauteed mushrooms and berries if you're hungry later.
Awesome. This is delicious.
I mean, you could use the
I'm so
berries
glad.
to make a sauce that goes with that fish.
Sure, and maybe there's some left over. I don't know. I'm just saying that she'll probably make a big meal fairly soon so that the fish doesn't get weird, and then just if you're hungry later, rations until we get back.
Veronica will eye Kaelin's fish and ask him if he's going to finish that.
My dinner, my fish. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
I guess you can have a little bit, and I'll cut like this much, like one tiny little piece of it off. Like, here you go.
Veronica will
More of a
look
gesture.
at. Yeah, we'll look at him like, oh, thanks.
So
Corthynd
Corthynd,
will.
yeah, what are you doing today?
I'm going to spend the day scribing a scroll of silvery barbs.
Okay, you have the materials for that?
Yes.
Do you already have the ink, or are you just spending gold right now?
Yeah, I stocked up on ink.
Okay, cool.
How did we figure out I know it's in the scrolls are in my scroll case, but how do I add new ones? I completely have forgotten. I add the spell scroll item and
You
then
add the spell scroll item to your sheet,
spell?
add the spell to the scroll item, and then put the scroll item in your case.
Right. Okay. I gotta get that fast scroll thingy.
Yep.
Can I try? Niv, can I try to make some arrows?
What crafting skills do you have? Tool proficiencies is what that's called on your sheet.
Chess set.
You can try. There's not a lot of day left. You've used a lot of the day so far.
Yeah. All right.
But you can certainly try.
Veronica will look at it, consider it, and then decide that she's too tired and she wants to take a nap.
Yeah, that's fair. Take a nap and then fire the arrows.
That's not
I will
weird. It's
say-
a completely different campaign.
In my inventory, I don't know if this is correct, but it's telling me that I have... Okay, never mind.
You have 24 arrows and 6 hag's tooth arrows.
Okay, yeah. Okay, that's what's going on.
Yeah, and you cannot have both bows equipped. That's just silly.
Cool.
The wielding
I was-
bow.
All right.
Yes, dual wielding.
Is there anybody else? Kaelen, are you going to try and start brewing with Fal's help?
Yep.
And this is basically you're brewing a healing beer, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So you guys don't need to pay any gold cost because you've got the components from Fig and Veronica going out foraging. So go ahead and make me a brewer's kit check with advantage from Fal's help. Is that a natural 20?
Not even gonna take it.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Maybe- Well, let's
Yeah.
see if I get a double.
No. Okay. Well, yeah, that'll be ready in a 10-day. So go ahead
Well
and
done.
put on your
Thank you for
sheet.
your help.
Put on your
Sweat.
sheet alcoholic healing potion and put that it will be ready on the 7th. Chess 7.
Is this just one, or is it...
Yeah, just one.
You'd have to pay more money to get a bigger brew of it.
But like, if you guys forage every day, you could make one every day, right? Like, at least
Cool.
every day that you have downtime. Takes about half a day to make one. So
When's it ready again? I'm just putting
the
the
7th
title.
of chess. So March 7th in real world terms, but and I will try and remember to actually put together a proper item for alcoholic beer. Or alcoholic healing.
That's gonna be fun.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do today? Most of your day is gone now. Anything else you want to do today before you take your long rest?
The rest of the evening, I'm going to be practicing my coin trick over the knuckles and such.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you make some progress on that. Technically, you need a tutor, but I'm going to count this as being tutored because she's the one that taught it to you. So as long as you see her again, you will be able to continue progressing that. But we'll count that as some progression.
Yeah.
I think I put a progress thing on your sheet for this. I did not. I should have.
Mhm.
I'll look into that with you guys. Anything else you guys want to do?
Before we turn in, after checking current funds he has, Val's gonna try and find a point where he can talk to Corthyndahast without other like privately. Hey, do you still have that strong box?
Yes, I do.
You using it for anything?
Just my sleeping gear.
Oh. Would you mind if I stash something in there for just till we get out of here?
Not at all.
No peeking, please, and whatever you do, do not tell Del.
I do love a mystery.
He's gonna take the pouch of dried leaves and tuck it in.
By the way, has Corthynd been wearing the ring of mind shielding
Mhm.
all day?
Yep. That's just the thing he's wearing now. So far, it hasn't talked to him.
Yeah.
One other request, if I not too much. Until we get to some sort of settlement, do not give that back. But please do once we get to a settlement, or I'm just as dead. Anyways.
All right.
Yeah, I said too much. All right. Bye.
He's so curious right now.
I think Corthyn's the only one in the party who doesn't know, right?
I don't think
Fig,
I don't think
Fig-
Veronica and Kaelen know.
and I don't think Fig knows that he's actively dealing drugs.
They did know.
She knows that he
Yes.
had it and has used it. I don't think she knows that he's selling it to other people. Because she kind of absolved herself of that whole thing and stayed as a dog and slept on the end of the bed in the hotel.
Mhm.
I mean, like
Ash
the
really knew the
safest
most.
place.
That was
The safest place to hide his drugs is with the magic cop.
Yep.
No one will ever. The closer we are to danger, the further we are from
Probably
harm.
are fucked.
All right. Anybody else this evening before you get your long rest? All right.
Fig is judging all these weird conversations happening.
All right. Then let's go ahead and get through checks for you guys keeping watch, because I'm sure you are. I believe first watch is Veronica and Kaelen. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Mhm.
All right. One of you give me a perception with advantage.
How you feeling, Kaelen?
Much better.
You want to roll?
Sure, I'll
Okay.
do it.
Go for it.
Still -1, but
Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Your 2-hour shift passes relatively uneventful. Nothing seems to happen. It's quiet. It's foggy, so you can't see very much. Nothing comes out of the night and tries to kill you all, though. Eventually, you guys wake up Fig. Fig, go ahead and give me a perception check at advantage.
Yep.
Whoa.
Okay,
You're doing great.
You are
doing this again.
you're tired. It's been a long bit of time in the swamp, and you're just tired and distracted, and you just want to go like run around with your friends in chase a fox or something. Like, this whole being in the swamp thing sucks. You're a bit distracted this evening, and you miss anything that may happen during your watch. But eventually you realize, oh wait, my watch is probably over. I should probably wake somebody up. So you go to wake up Val.
That's what Leslie's doing. She's apparently standing in the middle number of arcade nothing.
And Val, you have advantage because Starmane gives you a hand.
Oh yeah.
But help me though, ungrateful horse.
The horse can't give you more advantage than advantage. Sorry.
Magic horse is he.
But Val, you don't notice anything. But Starmane seems particularly calm throughout the evening. Like, uncharacteristically calm. Like, if you didn't know better, you'd think Starmane had gotten into the strongbox.
I'll just
just
chill
hallucinating.
carving the wood and pat Starman every now and then, and wake up.
All right, and finally you wake up Del and Corthynd.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a perception check from you two. One of you with advantage.
It's probably... Well, no. You can do it.
Corthynd, you are much too busy enjoying reviewing your notes to actually pay any attention or be of any help to Del. You're just so busy being happy at finally being promoted to a war wizard, and as far as you know, you've been promoted to war wizard before Garrison, which, like, yeah, right? Like, yeah. So, like, you're a bit chuffly and distracted, and but Del, luckily nothing seems to happen. It's a quiet evening. Just as dawn breaks, though, there's a dense mist clinging to the waters of the vast swamp. The early light has cast long and ethereal shadows among the twisted trees and stagnant pools, and the air is thick with the scent of decay and the chorus of unseen creatures that call this place home. As you two are just waking everyone up, a band of lizard folk emerge at the edge of the clearing nearby. And they stand there, waiting silently, their intent unreadable beneath stoic expressions. Does anyone want to do anything in particular this morning while they just stare at you? They don't look aggressive, they're just standing there.
Stare back.
Looks like our escort has arrived. Corthynd, you seem more in tune with them.
Cast Fireball. No.
Yes, that's all I can think about was.
Del would like to use Mage Hand to tap one on the shoulder from behind.
It turns and looks behind it, like, very angrily, like, whips around. Its tail nearly takes out the guy next to it. That guy turns over and just slaps the first one on the head, and then they all turn and look back at you. The one that you tapped is glaring.
Welcome, welcome, Veronica will say awkwardly. Our wonderful escort. Are we ready to go?
Otherwise, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Ready as ever.
Let's get out of the swamp.
You finish packing
Because
up
it's
your
a nice
things,
swamp.
and your journey through the swamp begins. Days pass in a blur of relentless navigation through treacherous marshlands. Your lizardfolk guides move with a grace that belies their formidable appearance, leading you through mazes of reeds and over precarious, moss-covered logs. Wherever the carriage can't make it, they literally come and lift it and carry it over the water for you. Their vigilance is constant, eyes always scanning the murky waters and dense foliage for signs of danger. At night, they encircle your camp with watchful gazes, leaving you to wonder if they're protectors or captors in this secluded wilderness. The swamp tests your endurance with its oppressive humidity and the unyielding presence of insects. Each day, there are new challenges, navigating through thickets that scratch and claw, wading through waters that hide the shapes of things best left unseen, and enduring the haunting calls of creatures that echo in the twilight. But there are moments of unexpected beauty, too. Sunbeams pierce the canopy in divine shafts of light, illuminating the vibrant colors of exotic plants and the iridescent scales of passing fish. Once, in the distance, the silhouette of a great heron takes flight, its wings spreading wide against the setting sun, a serene moment of peace in the heart of the swamp's embrace. On the morning of the 5th day, the dense vegetation begins to thin, and the ground rises slightly underfoot. The lizard folk halt, gesturing ahead where the swamp gives way to clearer lands. Cresting a small rise, Landeth Castle comes into view, its stones a testament to resilience amid the encroaching swamp. The castle stands solemn, steadfast, its banners fluttering gently in the breeze. a beacon of civilization on the frontier of the wild. Your lizard folk guides exchange a look, a silent communication passing between them before they turn back to the swamp without a word, leaving you to approach the gates of Landeth Castle. The ambiguity of their escort is somewhat unresolved, but the journey through the swamp has come to an end, and the next chapter of your adventure awaits within these ancient walls.
Veronica will ask Del how many baths they have in the castle.
What's that? I'm trying to find the full dragon's full name in my notes. Voral Sabadabadu?
Oral Shakashathni.
Voral Shaknasaki.
It's, here.
Voral Shaknasakti.
Royal Shaka Khan.
Corthin will.
Vorashaka Shinglock.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Voral Shaka Shinglock.
Yeah, here you go.
Oh, yeah, that's much easier to.
Yeah.
Of course it's that.
It's Vorashaka Shinglock. What's wrong with
As the lizard folk move to walk away, Corthin will just hold his arm up in the air and just say the name that I totally can pronounce.
Yeah, how does he do at it? Is he able to pronounce that name?
Voral Shaka Shingloth.
Sounds
That's
like he can.
pretty good.
And as you say that, two of the lizard folk turn back to you, and they make a soft trumpeting noise before turning to follow their compatriots.
Yay, all is forgiven. That's what Corthin is going with.
It is now the second of chess, and give me 1 sec to let Wesley in. But you guys can talk amongst yourself.
So, how many baths? I need to
Whose
know if I
castle
need
is
to
this
be
again?
there first.
There's more than enough to go around.
Oh,
Is this your home, Del?
It is.
What does it look like?
Been here before, do you think, Mom?
Probably. Our
I mean,
families are close.
It's a tall castle. As you approach, the gates begin to creak and groan, swinging open as if by some unseen signal. The path before you leads into a courtyard, the stones worn smooth by countless seasons. The castle itself rises 30 feet, a sturdy bastion of endurance and strength with towers that seem to keep watch over the vast expanse of the borderlands. Before you can take in more of your surroundings, a blur of excitement bursts through the open gates. A young girl, with a cascade of untamed curls and a smile that lights up the courtyard, rushes from the castle towards you all, her arms outstretched, her face alight with youthful exuberance. "Del!" she calls, her voice a mixture of laughter and delight as she plows into him with the full force of youthful excitement. Close behind her, a figure of grace and quiet strength steps forward. Here, then, is Delryar's mother. Her features marked by the same adventurous spirit that follows you all. She moves with a certainty that speaks of battles faced and overcome, her eyes sparkling with the anticipation of reunion. Before acknowledging the rest of you, she beams a smile that is only for Delryar. "Welcome home, my son."
It will bow because curtsying in armor is loud.
I believe we'd discovered that the inhabitants of House Tammarast had been replaced by doppelgangers. So Corthin will cast fire. No, I'm just kidding.
Mother. And little one. He picks up his sister. Or cousin.
Cousin, yeah.
Cousin, sister. You guys are country nobles.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know.
Yeehaw!
By that you mean nobles of any stripe.
Right.
Your cousin, of course, hugs you tightly. She is super excited to see you. Only after a moment, though, of familial connection, Del's mother turns to the rest of you, her demeaning shifting seamlessly from mother to gracious hostess. "And to your friends, you are most welcome within these walls. Welcome to Landeth Castle."
thank you for having us. Veronica will go ahead.
I don't get to do this often, but we are much obliged.
My mother is quite aware of who we are.
Very
I
aware.
meant the other
Delryar-
meaning of the word.
Delryar sent letters ahead, along with people, but nevertheless, you all look weary and frankly beaten by the swamp. It's
That
still early for the day. Perhaps we can arrange for some baths, a chance to rest before dinner. I'm sure your uncle
That
would
would be
love to
lovely.
speak with you, Del.
and I would love to speak with the pair of you once I've had a chance to clean up.
Of course. Sonara just like buries her face in your cheek. She is way too excited to have you back. And she's just like, tell me all about it. What did you do? What did you do? Did you see any dragons? Did you fight the dragons? Did you kill any dragons? Are there any new dragons to kill?
Yes, yes, no, yes.
But eventually you're all led inside and shown to various rooms. His mother, Elendith, does apologize. She doesn't have enough rooms for each of you to have an individual room. Del, of course, you do have your room. But the rest of you will be staying in somewhat shared accommodations. We'll start with Fig and Veronica. She leads you to a room that is both charming and comfortably furnished, showcasing the care House Tammarast extends to its guests. You'll find your beds are plush and inviting, each set with soft linens and a heavy, beautifully embroidered comforter to ward off the night's cool air. The room boasts an elegant wooden dresser for your belongings and a small desk by the window, offering a picturesque view of the castle's sprawling grounds. An ornate rug covers the floor, its rich colors complementing the warm glow of the fire crackling in the hearth. It's clear that despite their modest resources, House Tammarast maintains a standard of hospitality that honors their noble status. There's a large arched window that floods the room with light, framing the lush landscapes that stretch beyond the castle walls. You'll notice a pair of comfortable chairs near the fireplace, inviting you to relax and enjoy the warmth. And the walls are adorned with fine tapestries and portraits of the Tammarast lineage, adding a touch of history and grandeur. Despite being far from the main centers of the Cormyr power, your room here feels like a dignified retreat, a place of enduring grace and pride for the Tammarast family. Corthyndahast.
Veronica.
Oh, go ahead.
Veronica will spend way more time than necessary in the bath. Someone will probably have to drag her out.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody will eventually drag you out, but they'll give you all the time you want. Elendith is an adventurer herself; she gets it. And most of the Tammarast household they go into the swamp all the time. They really get it. Corthyndahast, Fal, and Kaelen, you guys are also sharing a room together, the three of you. Your room in Landeth Castle is spacious and well-appointed, designed to accommodate guests with a blend of comfort and nobility. 4 sturdily crafted beds are arranged around the room, each with its own thick mattress, draped in fine linens, and topped with a hand-stitched quilt bearing the Tammarast family crest. A large shared wardrobe stands against one wall, offering ample space for your gear and attire, while a sturdy table in the center of the room serves as a communal area for planning or sharing meals. The stone walls are softened by rich tapestries depicting scenes of Cormyr history and natural beauty, lending a sense of grandeur and warmth. A pair of windows offers views of the castle's training grounds and the distant, mist-covered swamp, filling the room with natural light. Beside each window, comfortable seating allows moments of quiet contemplation or conversation. The fireplace is large enough to gather around during cooler evenings, and it promises warmth and camaraderie after a day's adventures. Despite being designed to host 4, the room feels neither crowded nor sparse with just the 3 of you, striking a perfect balance between privacy and shared space. And there are your rooms.
I'll start to get all the stuff and put it in my corner, whatever bed it is. This is quite nice. It's not very often I get to sleep on such nice beds.
Beats the road, I suppose.
And I will definitely head to the bath area and also do that.
Yeah, it does take them a bit. Landeth Castle doesn't have a very large staff. You guys are quick to realize there is a staff, but it's not nearly as large as the one at Falcon's Crest was. Big enough, though. Soon enough, all of you have baths drawn and are able to relax and enjoy. They are shared baths, so Fig and Veronica, you two are bathing together, or else you're going to have to wait for one another. And the boys will also be bathing together. Del, you have a bath in your room if you want it.
Fig has been around Veronica enough to know she's not even going to push it. She's just going to, at some point, yell into the bathroom, "If you don't want me to smell like a dirty dog, I'm going to need a turn at some point."
Veronica will slightly wake up because she's probably like dozed off a little bit in the bath. And she's like, go ahead.
Oh, I'm just saying, I am a chronic bath taker and frequently fall asleep in the bath.
Yeah. And she'd be like, she'll be like, okay, 5 more minutes.
Corthynd will make it easy by not putting himself in the rotation to get a bath because he trusts his magic more than water.
Eventually, all of you are bathed and dressed and no longer smell of the swamp. And you make your way to dinner, which is, it looks like something to do with steak and vegetables for dinner.
Finally, no more mushrooms.
It is just the 6 of you, along with Lord Tammarast and Lady Elendith. But
Veronica will heap compliments on the Lord and Lady for the area, allowing them to stay. All of it.
Lord Tammarast just kind of smiles at you and says, "You know, I appreciate that you're being polite, but we don't stand on airs here. Enjoy your meal. I know you've been tired and traveled through the swamp for quite a ways. Tell me your story. What happened? What did you guys see? What did you do?"
Veronica will point to Del and let him tell the story.
The trip into the swamp was eventful. We were tracking down the other side of, and he holds up this pair of sending stones.
You have a way to track those?
This stone that, with a mentor of Corthyn's, or at least a acquaintance of their mentor, we were able to find a...
Oh, wait. Sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt. Looked like he disappeared for a second.
Ritual for connecting them and being able to find one with the other.
Huh. Didn't know that could be done.
Not much is beyond vein rents.
The Lord Warder.
Yes, we stopped by his tower on the way.
Huh. Carry on. Sorry to have interrupted.
Not at all. On the way, we dealt with the usual riffraff and such in the swamp. Bullywugs and lizard folk. The biggest troubles were the Black Dragon. Are you aware of...
Which one?
Draconic names. I will go with the shortened version of Borel.
Ah, the young one. Yes, we're aware of Borel.
We can now refer to him as Vorel the One-Horned.
What have you done to Vorel?
There was combat, and
He ate one of our horses.
he certainly was more aggressive than he necessarily needed to be, given it was his area, but he did not introduce himself.
I did blow up a group of his lizard folk. Though I didn't know they were his.
Kaelen
They-
just like kind
they
of
did
starts
shoot
laughing
us
at that
first.
as soon as Corthynd says it. It's like, here, here, and raises his glass.
It will be interesting seeing if Ogrim decides to move in on Vorel after this then, but that's not our
That
problem.
being said, I have acquired some unique magical items that I would actually prefer to discuss with you and my mother at length at another
Certainly.
time, but
When
one
it
of
hurts,
them
we-
has the ability to disrupt and destroy objects. I may have targeted it at the dragon's head.
Oh, he won't like that. Vanity is Vorel's greatest trait, you know.
Oh, he was most upset about that when I spoke with him.
I'm sure. He believes he's Tiamat's gift to the future of the world, you know.
You've talked with these dragons?
We've met them,
Veronica.
yes.
Does not know. I don't know if I would know this or any of this, but to me it's surprising. They know the names and all of that.
The denizens of the swamp are our responsibility to at least be aware of through various means.
Well, ours and a few other households, but yes, most of those of us on the edge of the swamp do try to keep track of the would-be lords
We do
of
share
the swamp.
information.
Indeed.
Impressive.
But he may be somewhat agitated for the near future. You should be aware of that, as should the others.
We will keep that in mind and avoid his territory.
Well, he did give us an escort out of the swamp, though, right? So maybe, and we did,
We were escorted out. I'm not entirely sure the two phrases are equal. But the other
we did-
encounter... What is that, Figwyn?
He was going to prompt you to talk about the hags, but you seem to be moving on to that, so she has stopped prompting.
The other encounter, which ended up being quite a bit larger, the other end of the two sending stones, one of which we found at the Draconic Temple that Figwyn and I went to. Not
The temple of, I believe you said it was Tamara.
indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Was in the possession of what we came to find out of was one of a coven of hags.
Hags. Do you know what type of hag?
the ugly kind.
Well, that would be all hags. That is rather their defining trait.
Do not believe we found out what variety, but we got names.
Didn't I?
You know.
Yeah,
you may not
green
have
hag,
shared it
right?
with everybody, but yeah, they were green hags.
Actually, they were green hags.
Ah. Well, could have been worse.
We're a coven.
Still
Well-
could have been worse, but good to know.
So they come in different colors?
On the sliding scale of hags, they were near the bottom end.
Color is the wrong term. As far as I'm aware, actually, green hags are the only ones that have a color for their type. There's green hags, night hags, anise hags, a couple others.
They were
Black hags.
Yeah, true.
the cause and reason for the recent blight that had been spreading.
Now, what would hags want to cause a blight for?
Not entirely sure it was intentional for most of them.
One of them better, and that her sisters needed her, so she started a blight.
All right.
Fig just kind of shrugs, like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me either, but I'm not a hag.
I'm certain there is more to the story, but that is what we have at this time.
Fascinating. So what's your plan for next steps? Where are you going?
Now that we have had a moment to breathe, I believe that is something that we need to discuss amongst ourselves.
Fair. Well, all of you are welcome in my castle. You can stay as long as you like. Though, if you're to remain heroes, I encourage you to get back out there reasonably soon. Take a few days, rest, relax, recover, decide where you're going next. If you have any questions, I'm sure I or my sister would be glad to help with what advice we have from a pair of old adventurers.
Oh, thanks.
Del, come see me about those magical items whenever you're through discussing things with your friends. But for now, I think I will leave you all to have that discussion. Good evening.
Thank you for dinner.
You wouldn't happen to have any copies of the Gazette, would you?
The latest version just arrived this morning.
How convenient.
We're a bit remote, so it's always a few days late, but I'll have one sent to your room.
My thanks.
Unless you need it now.
No. I was just looking for something to read while I smoke.
Fair enough.
What kind of drink are we drinking right now?
Likely a wine of some kind.
Before they leave, what might help us in our discussions? Do you have anything a little stronger?
I have some whiskey.
Oh, that would be fantastic if you would so please bring some.
I'll have a bottle sent in.
Thanks.
We have plenty of wine in the group already, anyways.
Veronica will give Kaelen thumbs ups. Yeah. We've hit bath. We've hit food. Now we're hitting the drink.
He and Elendith make their retreat, leaving you guys alone in the dining hall. It is really not long, only like 2 minutes, before a woman that 4 of you recognize comes into the room with a bottle of whiskey. This is Ellen, the bandit that you guys, one of the bandits that you guys rescued from beneath.
After we killed their dogs for no reason.
Yes.
The
one of the
kids
bandits
that,
whose dogs you killed. Yes.
Foul killed the dogs. Yeah.
She's
okay.
For Kaelen and Veronica, she's about 17. She looks a bit more filled out now. She's less waifish and hungry looking. She's got kind of stringy blonde hair and gray eyes, and it looks like she grew up in a rough life. But now she's dressed like a commoner, but she's at least clean and dressed well, and handles herself with some amount of decorum.
A little less murdery.
Yeah, as she brings you guys whiskey and whiskey glasses.
Thank you. I'm gonna pour one for Veronica and pour one to me, and just cheers, and throw it back, and pour a
Good to
second.
see that you made it.
Glance over to Fal and say, "No moonbeams."
I don't see any dogs.
Winces so hard at that. You know, I liked that dog.
Val, you just lost something that was dear to you. Please remember to provide the same courtesy to others.
He just didn't bite us.
Do you need anything else? Can I go?
Oh, actually, we asked for 2 bottles. Where's this?
No, we did not.
It's such a great Veronica moment.
Veronica, you can
Can I
deal with one.
try? We just spent, what, over a week in a swamp?
Meg's just kind of gonna put her shoulder forward so she's in the foreground and go, "No, thank you, Alan. That's wonderful. You've been great."
Great.
Once we polish this one off, we'll find something else.
I hope you're settling in well here.
If you abuse the Tammarast's hospitality, I'm sure I can make some way for that abuse to reflect itself.
Don't worry, miss. My lady, I doubt they can do that. Lord Tammarast's pretty stern. Anyhow, if there's nothing else, I've got studies to get back to. Edric's got me learning numbers.
Very good.
A fine thing to do.
Yeah, tell that to my headache. And then she turns and heads out.
Who is that? You seem to know her.
One of the children that Fal almost evaporated.
No one was listening. They kept attacking us. And for what it's worth, I gave them a lot of money afterwards. They could have bought a new dog.
I did try to tell the dogs not to attack, and they did not listen. But to Val's detriment, he moonbeamed them.
Sounds like an owner problem, I tell
They
you.
were unfortunately deluded by people working for the Dark One.
Speaking of which...
He means your brother.
Oh. Not the other Dark One? I was gonna say, there feels
No.
Yeah,
He means
there were
he means they were working for things.
several stages of the Dark One at that point.
They were in direct employ to Harp.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Realization is dawning on Veronica.
He was involved in a counterfeiting scheme.
Counterfeiting money?
Yes, it's almost a good thing he was, because I don't know if we found him otherwise.
You know about this one, actually. There's a coin, a counterfeited coin. This was that scene that I played, Veronica, where they brought the coin and asked you guys about it. It was a coin that you had used. You knew nothing about it or where it had come from. You just thought it was a regular coin. But it was that cursed coin. Yeah.
Interesting. Usually to buy a dress. And then Big came in and questioned you about it, but that was before you were you, so I can't imagine you remember that.
Yeah, I've watched the episode, but it did
That was
not
a long
occur
time ago,
to me.
yeah.
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 Cool. Okay. So, what's next?
I'm also throwing them back.
Yeah. Val's throwing back that whiskey too with you guys.
Yeah, I'll pour one for you.
There's a lot of concerning things south of the Stormhorns. Parabel, Evening Star, Elduck.
Several connected things in Suzail, Arabelle.
I don't know
Things of some sort.
about Corthyndahast specifically, but I ought to at least report back to my cousin and see if I have specific orders.
Are you like vibrating while you say that too?
Yeah, she's trying not to, but yes, as is always the case when she's in this mood, you can almost just see her little nubbin tail going about 50 miles an hour. She doesn't literally physically have it right now, but she might as well.
Wait, you're reporting back to
You
your
can
cousin
see it in the eyes.
about what? About what?
About my neighbor.
About our journey into the swamp.
Where's your cousin at again?
We stayed with them.
We were just there before we went into the swamp. I know the swamp was a
Yeah.
very long and
The one
arduous journey.
we had with the
but
fancy map for it and all those unnecessary NPCs that Kevin planned out, and then
I planned just as
ended
many
up
for
being
this place, by the way.
superfluous.
There's just
Okay.
as many
All
here.
right. All right. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. That's lots of wine there too. That's sounds good to me.
but
Suppose we should
just as
discuss
this
what-
was a test for Corthyndahast, it was also a test for me, and I should also like to be recognized.
Oh, a test for you? What's
She just kind of looks down at her tabard, and she looks up at Veronica, and she looks at the
Oh.
war wizard, and she looks back at Veronica.
Yeah. Purple dragons. I see. Yes. It's a purple dragon.
Yes.
Well, that's great. That means you passed the test, right?
I
No
hope
more
so.
blight?
Cheers to
That's what I'm
that.
expecting.
Would you like some?
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of lean over and see if you want me to pour you a shot.
For the record, the vibe I feel like Del is getting from Fig right now is a dog that has been told to sit, stay, but a treat is being held like half an inch away from their nose.
Yeah, this is literally anytime we tell Wesley specifically to sit and stay, he's just so excited to be doing the right thing that he just kind of goes.
He's like
Wait,
a
Fig.
hovercraft. He just kind of floats forward somehow without
Mhm.
moving.
Yeah.
Fig, does that mean that you're like a full-fledged purple dragon now? And not what do they call them?
A
Squire currently.
A squire. Yeah. Does that mean that you're a
Technically-
full-fledged?
Technically, I'm still a squire. I have not been knighted, but this was supposed to be my last real test, so that's why I'm eager to get back to my cousin.
That's
And if-
amazing.
Fighting a dragon and curing a blight doesn't do it, then I don't know what high standards the purple dragons hold themselves to these days.
Plus, like, you were our ritual person, right? So, like, we have things to celebrate. We've got ourselves our very own war wizard right here.
I'll pour a
And
shot
we've-
for you.
Yeah, and then we've got our very own nice purple dragon. Maybe you still have some like paperwork to fill out, but still, like that's a thing. That's
Del,
amazing.
you can
Congrats.
take some, and I'll also pour one for you.
That's part of why I want to go to Arabelle.
What's in Arabelle? Why Arabelle? Weren't you
And
back into
Evening
Suzail?
Star. Eventually, I would like to go to Suzail, and maybe that's the right path, but the war wizards have been called out in the Gazette for not doing our job. And I can't have that. Suzail's issues are being handled by Vainrance, and I have every confidence in Ganrahast and him.
Arabelle sounds good to me. Let's do an Arabelle trip.
Saying that because it's not Suzail.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Veronica will be honestly blunt about it. She's not like, I'm not looking forward to going back to Suzail. I think Arabelle sounds good to me.
Or, if we want to be truly adventurous, push the limits of the frontier, We could venture into the Stonelands.
I
Well-
think I should like to help people who already belong.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that very well.
She says she wants to help people who are already part of Cormyr, rather than go colonize.
Stonelands are part of Cormyr.
Well, to be honest, Val's gonna down his whiskey. There is not just the things going on in Arabelle that are concerning me, it's who it could affect. There's someone that's important to me there. And I just lost a friend recently and would hate to see that happen again because of my carelessness. So.
And what other information other than this vague friend are you willing to give us?
Well, I mean, what do you want to know? I have a friend who might be in danger. They're in Arabelle. Dangerous stuff seems to be happening there.
That's all I need to hear. To Arabelle and Val's friend.
Just the general hauntings and such that you are concerned about affecting your friend?
Well, it's not just general hauntings. There's been wild magic. There's been wild magic and ghosts.
I'd like to insight check to see if
Sure.
I think that he's just using convenient stories to hide what he's actually worried about.
Sure.
Did somebody say that there were ghosts?
Normally, Corthynd would also incite it, but he is he's going along with where he wants to go anyway, so he's totally okay with that.
I know nothing.
Yeah.
If you're worried about it being something related to the Iron Throne, it's not.
The thought had crossed my mind. Yes.
Did you quit them?
No.
Does Veronica know what the Iron Throne is?
Make a history check.
Are you allowed to quit them?
Doubt it.
Do you want to quit them?
Hold on. I think I can do the thing.
Yeah, I think the opportunity presented itself. I don't seem to need to rely on them for coin, and it would be less risky to people I care about.
With a 16, Veronica, what you know is that the Iron Throne is a mercenary company that operates primarily in Highdale, which is just east of Thunderstone. So the area in the Thunder Peaks, that's Highdale there. They operate primarily from Highdale, but they are kind of known for being like all of the bad rumors you've ever heard about mercenaries. That's the Iron Throne. They're a very large, very willing to do anything for coin mercenary organization.
Like the Gendarme?
Yeah, but less like obviously evil.
Less obviously evil than the Jean?
Low bar, but yes.
Yeah, what Matthew said
Veronica-
is correct.
Veronica will ask Val, why would it have anything to do with the Iron Throne?
Part of them?
All right. Can I get another whiskey, Kaelen?
Oh yes, I'll pour one for do another round. This bottle's probably getting pretty
You
low.
got about half a bottle left, yeah.
Aw, sweet.
They're big bottles.
is just sipping at his. He's not. He is appreciating the quality, not trying to get drunk.
He's not a heathen.
Back in the War with Symbia, I went around trying to scrap armor and stuff off of battlefields and ended up getting caught by Symbia. And in their jail, I met some members of the Iron Throne who presented a way out and a way to make some coin that didn't risk getting caught that way. So I worked for them for a long time, and we've come across some less than tasteful means of work that they involve themselves in just our journey in this party, and I haven't pressed the issue with them yet, but I don't think that they'd be happy to see me go.
Oh, so you're a part of the Iron Throne?
I guess, I don't think I have an official rank, but they pay me.
Well,
It sounds like they were there when you needed them, which is a good thing, right?
Yeah, and there's plenty of good folks in the Iron Throne. Management, though, is, well,
I know
We'll
all
find
about that.
Veronica will give him a little punch, like, "Hey."
Not you, your brother.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
You're pleasant.
Yeah. We could drink to that for sure.
Well, that's it.
if I recall the lessons that Ganrahas drilled into my head about movers and shakers of the realms, Cormyr, rather, then going to either Suzail or Arabelle would be the right choice if you wish to quit them. I believe they headquarter in Suzail for the Cormyr branch, and if I recall correctly, unless they've shuttered it, they have a branch location in Arabelle.
yeah, well, as it stands, I kind of owe them about 1,000 gold pieces, so I might work on getting that covered first.
An unofficial resignation, then.
Maybe we could help with that.
Hmm. 1,000 gold pieces.
That's just my current shipment too, though. That's not,
That's nothing. We'll help you take care of it. It'll be
What happened to the shipment?
it gets distributed.
I mean, where do you have it? Aha.
distributed.
This Corthynd just figuring out that he has the shipment.
Can I insight check this to see if I catch on to what he's talking about?
I don't think you have the context. I'll let you try, but it's gonna be pretty high DC.
Okay.
Probably has the context, but doesn't get it because she's a dog.
Yeah, no, you're a little confused.
Chalk it up to nobleness stuff that I just don't care about.
Val's not a noble. Val is further from noble than you are, as far as you know.
Okay.
Iron Throne things then. So it sounds like Arabelle it is.
What are our long-term goals? Do we have any?
Yes.
Fighting evil by moonlight, winning love by daylight, Never running from a real fight.
Is
Unless
this a song?
we're gonna die.
It's a one-named sailor.
So Veronica will mention
Sis.
Lysandra and
Look at this.
Is that fake?
That face.
That is conic.
The
Sir
freckle.
Conic.
The
Sir
freckle.
Conic the Freckled. Oh, he got spots all over the place.
It's part of the inspiration for the way Finn looks as an old.
Oh, look
So-
how cute.
Veronica will mention the Dark One and Lysandra, and that she. So I do. At some point, I would like to investigate some of the Dracohorn investments.
Sets. Holdings.
Holdings. Yes, that's the word for them. Up in the mines. So there's a mine that my family runs and operates, and is one of the reasons why Thane was in Thunderstone. At some point, I'd kind of like to go up there and just see if there's more clues to how he created the connection with Lysandra. Is that her name? Yeah, the witch. But Arabelle sounds nice too. I would like to find that witch though.
Is there any reason that we could think that the weird things going on with magic and raising of the dead in that area could be connected to the Dark One as well?
Del pointedly looks over at Corthynd.
Do I think that that's possible?
Make an investigation check.
I think we'll know. I feel like the only way to know for sure is to go and look, though.
With a 14 investigation, what you know is that it is easy to draw correlations between events when you have very limited information.
I don't think we have enough information to really draw any links.
I thought so. I just figured
But
if
it is
anyone else had more context.
possible, considering
It's possible.
So when we go, we should keep our eyes open.
What's your friend's name?
So, well, you might have heard of her actually in the Gazette. Name's Darlene, but I just call her Dolly. She was just putting on some exhibitions there in Arabelle.
Neat. Sounds like that's where we should head. And we can find out if it's connected to the Dark One and it's not Suzail.
It sounds like I'm gonna lose the Suzail fight, but if we can get there eventually, that would be good.
It's not
You
going
know what
anywhere.
they say. All roads lead to Suzail.
Unless you're going backwards.
I'll take another shot at that. So Arabelle then? Have we decided?
Can we stop by Thunderstone? Is it on the way? No? Oh, maybe.
Darlene Rosto.
Yep. Sir.
I mean, we could take a boat down the Wyvern Water.
That's funny.
Oh yeah, we could go by boat.
I had been interested in seeing the stellar reflections.
Well, maybe we can check it out. I don't think I've been to that one before either.
Well, it sounds like we got a plan, and I'll raise another shot. Pour some out to anyone who
Make
has an
a-
empty glass.
Make a con save, Mr. Bartender.
Oh yeah, I was waiting for it.
You've been
Feel
drinking the
like-
most here by a lot.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Veronica will definitely be trying to keep up with Kaelen.
Oh,
just to be
Ronnie,
fair.
make a con save. By the way, the bottle's nearly empty. With you two having killed half of it between you. Ronnie, you are
Or at least.
you are poisoned. All of your future rolls for the rest of this, until you take a short rest, are at disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
Ronnie
Just
can't
checking.
hold her liquor.
That's not true at all. Hold on.
The dice betray you.
Just making sure I don't have something that.
Sorry,
Has
but that
Canis
completely
been keeping up
tracks
with
with
us?
my.
You could spend the inspiration you just got from your long rest on it if you want.
Yeah, let's do that.
Go for it. What's the harm?
Oh god.
Yep, you are smashed.
Yeah. This
Lord.
is the best whiskey.
Val, you've only had like 2 and you're still
Oh.
smashed.
That was a check. It was
Oh,
a
no,
check. It was a check.
It's a save.
Let me-
No. Your check and your save are the same. So you're
Yeah,
fine.
I just saw that.
So nah. You're also drunk, and you've had less than Veronica.
And the two cops here are just like sipping, going, the whole
So
time.
if we're going to grab another one, I'll be like, wait, just hold on, and I'm gonna cork it back up and pocket it. We'll have a little later, and we should head to bed.
I suggest we take the route to Arabelle by the Wyvern Water from Thunderstone.
Wyvern water.
By
I
way
always
of,
wanted to go rafting with the boys.
I do believe our path is to Arabelle via Thunderstone and a stop through Figwyn's court.
Oh yeah. Well,
Or
who was the person that we met at the very front of your estate?
a cousin?
Yeah, was it? Oh yes.
Kaelen.
Will he be there? You think, or did he leave?
Probably be there.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, let's definitely stop by Figwyn's family estate. That sounds good.
Fig is now suspiciously squinting at you like, are you into my cousin?
Did you actually ask that, or are you
Yeah,
thinking
wait,
that?
what's that?
No, she's just squinting because she's not sure that that's what she's picking up on.
That's what I thought.
Sorry, subtleties are hard when you have a peep in your mouth.
Del, your parents' estate is gorgeous. Like, it's gorgeous.
It does smell a little bit like cows, though.
Do you? I'm not noticing that at all right now. I'm just this. Did you grow up here?
I did.
What kind of fun stuff do you do around here when you were growing up? What kind of hijinks did you get into?
I'm not entirely sure that hijinks are something that I did when I was younger.
Aw, you had to have been a little mischievous. Like, what was something that you would do?
I studied.
Lauren, you gotta face your
Stud.
microphone when you talk.
I am facing my microphone. Hello.
You were not a moment ago. Guaranteed.
You're like underwater.
Am I good now?
Yes.
Does
Yeah,
that
so
mean there's a
fix it.
library?
There's a small one, Matthew.
There's a place of study with several tomes.
Where did you go to, like, get some peace and quiet with all of this study?
There's several courtyards and a lot of land around the castle.
Where are the horses kept?
In the stable.
Ah, yes. That makes a lot of sense.
Veronica, go to bed.
We'll see.
Well, if we have our plans for tomorrow, it might be time for us to retire.
Just going to stand up and attempt to fireman carry Veronica off to bed because clearly she can't be trusted with her own decisions right now.
Veronica will lay in Fig's arms very dramatically. And she'll just say, "You smell a lot better."
Thank you.
Alright. Eventually, you guys all make your way back to your rooms.
Well,
Um,
before we disperse,
you want to go?
Corthyndahast,
your-
if you could.
Certainly. I'll hang back. How can I assist?
I am sure you did not miss the suspicion I had of our companion and his interest in Arabelle and his friend.
I believe he does have a friend that is in trouble, and I think his desire to get away from the Iron Throne is genuine.
Mhm. I am genuinely interested in helping him. But he needs help in more ways than just getting away from the throne. And Del is going to pull out a pouch and show it to Corthyndahast. He asked me to hold on to this some time ago.
Are you showing him the contents of the pouch?
Yes.
Corthyndahast, make a nature check. Oh yeah, you know exactly what that is.
That is highly illegal, right?
Illegal, deadly, dangerous drug known as Morden vapor. Or, well, Morden leaf.
Modern leaf?
The same that was used by Veronica's brother to keep the children under control.
Were the Iron Throne supplying vein?
I do believe that is the case.
Interesting.
And like you, I do believe that Al's desire to be liberated from their control is genuine. He also has an attachment to this herb.
It is known to be addictive.
He takes it himself, then.
Indeed.
That's troublesome. How illegal is Dream Mist in Cormyr? Pretty illegal.
Pretty illegal,
I
yeah.
imagine, like,
so here's the thing.
Heroin illegal.
It's a
Cormyr,
hallucinogenic, right?
yeah, it's a hallucinogenic. Here's the thing about Cormyr and drugs, right? There are nobles who get drugs that are illegal all the time. This is not like
Right. Yeah,
this isn't a giant scandal that there's Dream Mist in
Right.
Cormyr. It's totally illegal. If you get caught taking it or having it in the wrong setting, yeah, you're fucked. But like, it shouldn't be surprising to you.
So exactly like heroin or cocaine.
Exactly
Is it
like heroin or
fines
cocaine.
or prison?
That depends on how noble you are.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
So it's
And you
illegal
buy
for
your
poor
way out
people,
of trouble.
basically.
It's illegal for poor people, and nobles can 100% pay their way out of it.
Got it.
Cormyr's got like a thundercloud on his face right now, like because this is
Cormyr
going
does.
through his head.
Cormyr has a
Corthynd.
thundercloud on
I
his
said
face.
Corthynd.
No, you did
As
not.
no, I
It
did.
sounded like Cormyr.
Yeah, you
They
said
have the
Cormyr.
same first syllable.
That
so
would
it's
explain a
easy
lot
for you-
about how Corthynd thinks of himself, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yes, that is also true. Because this is not it's not right. This is basically just a poor tax. But also it is dangerous if used indulged in. So he's kind of torn on it. I should probably confiscate that.
And do what with it?
I am a war wizard.
That really does not answer my question. It
It's
might in
about
your
as-
head.
It is about as clear as an answer you get from most war wizards. I can turn it in at the next Purple Dragon station.
Just give it to Pig. You got a purple dragon right there.
Technically, you are heading to Falcon's Crest.
For the moment, I do believe that Val's desire to do good is genuine. And he has a problem caused by unfortunate circumstances. I have no intentions of returning this to him.
Certainly not. Besides, he's already expressed that he's been selling this on their behalf.
As a matter of fact, perhaps you holding on to it would be good. However, I would prefer that we do not dispose of it entirely, considering he does seem to have a dependence on it. And
A controlled dole-out.
it would be possibly in our best interest to make sure that he doesn't lose access to it completely while trying to be free of it.
That would prevent the worst case of withdrawals.
But I wanted to make sure that somebody else was aware of this, so that perhaps you can keep an eye on it as well.
Thank you for coming to me with this. It's good to finally put some suspicions together. I'm almost tempted to suggest he return the whole supply to the Iron Throne to pay off his debt. I know they wouldn't really take that in kind, and they would just distribute it to people, which is why I'm less inclined to do so.
If possible, we could find out what in total he does owe. I was hoping he might be a little more forthcoming this evening, but
1,000 gold seems rather clear. If
for
do
the
I
current shipment.
I probably don't know would I be able to roughly estimate the current street value of Dream Mist?
Make an intelligence check. High DC. Just going to be honest with you up front.
Mm-hmm.
You're not exactly street savvy.
You're not a narc.
Yeah.
But when
But
you
then
roll
again-
a 24,
I am
Destined to be a
magic
narc.
so
This is
the
a
answer
magic drug,
is
so.
the answer is that you don't know like what the current going value is, but you would guess that for something like this, just based on your knowledge of herbs and spell components and magical components and ingredients, maybe about 100 gold a dose. So that bag is a dose.
Okay, so he would need significantly more than just that bag.
Yeah, he'd need about 10 times that bag to pay his 1,000 gold off. Maybe a strong box full.
Mm-hmm. That did cross my mind.
Poor Tanis just sitting there being talked about.
Remember, kids, don't tell cops anything.
I do believe one of the best videos out on the internet is "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah.
I believe that is the video you were referring to right there.
Is you two are you done? It is just about break time here, so
I'm
cool. That's fine. I don't want to stop you, but I do want to make sure we can move towards our break here. All right, so we're gonna take our break here. As you guys make it to your rooms, there are a copy in each room of the Gazette, so I will share that with you guys to read over the break when you want.
Unfortunately, I can't take that to the restroom. It's not printed for me to take.
That's not my problem.
We're not. We would prefer to not be done for the night. Just
No. We'll be back after the break.
Okay, cool.
I'm just.
But what I
kidding.
mean
Just-
is
a 10
in
minute,
game.
15 minute break. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's fine. But there is in your rooms. There is a copy of the Gazette. So,
Okay, fair
anyways,
enough.
we'll take our break here. And we're back.
Did Del give the dream mist to Corthin?
No.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So yeah, you guys find a copy of the paper in your rooms. When you get there, Del, there will be one for you as well in your room.
What?
Veronica will squint at it.
It's just, I'm not reading the whole paper to you.
What was your favorite part, Fig? Veronica will ask drunkenly.
Fig hasn't read it yet because Fig's puppeteer had to take the dogs out.
No. About the swamp.
Oh! Leaving.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I'm glad that we helped, but I don't think swamps are my favorite place.
Yeah, they're just too wet. Just way too wet.
Trust me, not even the dog likes the wet dog smell.
It's not that bad. I mean, comparably to a blighted swamp, it's not that bad.
Glad it smelled better than a blighted swamp, at least.
Veronica's gonna be on one of those comfy chairs, but like not sitting in it. She's like got her legs dangling probably towards the fire and like going like back and forth with her legs and talking very incessantly with Fig. Whether or not Fig is actually responding or not.
I mean, Fig will mostly respond. She's just kind of amused because Fig doesn't really get drunk very often. So. She's not trying to harsh Veronica's vibe too bad.
Good. That would be hard to do.
Beyond carrying her back to her room so that she can be doing this in private.
Which Veronica thought was hilarious and very fun, and like we.
Is there
Where's
anything else?
Tezir?
Tezir?
Oh, is that the? Oh, that's down in the south
yeah,
part.
that's
huh?
down in the south.
Yeah,
If
okay.
you look at the other Cormyr map, you can see it. It's
Yeah, I was like, I don't recognize that, but that's because it's the one of the new ones.
I have no memory of this place.
By the way, I did look into what the actual state of Tezir and Elversult and Proskura is. Technically, they are protectorates of Cormyr right now. They're not officially parts of Cormyr. They're protectorates. So Cormyr would like to call them Cormyr. Other places might disagree. Tezir, Elversult, and Proskura particularly might disagree. Questionable what their status is.
Depends on how many purple dragons are in town.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. So, anyways. Anything else you guys would like to do this evening?
I'm kind of just waiting for people to go to bed. But if there's nothing else, basically as soon as Corthin goes to bed, I'll kind of nudge Tanis awake. Hey,
Tanis? Who's Tanis?
Tanis.
Foul.
Do you mean Val?
Sorry, Fal. I keep reading the names in the in Discord. Fal, wait, Fal, wake up. I'm gonna pull out the bottle of whiskey. Let's go have some fun.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Alright, and I'm gonna sneak out and go over to Veronica and Fig's room and like lightly knock and be like, Veronica.
So like everyone but Del and Corthin?
Uncertain's not taking Fig either.
So first off, Corthin, make a perception check, disadvantage.
Oh gosh, the cops! No.
say as soon as he knocks on the door, you hear inside the room.
Also, Corthin, what time do you go to sleep?
Well, after dinner, he's gonna read the Gazette, but then he wants to sketch in his map a bit more that he made. A bit better than it was.
Okay.
I don't know if that requires any checks.
Not currently.
He's just like updating his rough map to like a
we'll do
mid-map.
checks if you ever decide you want to sell it, but for now I don't care. Yeah, you can keep your own.
And then he's gonna. Does this count as a long rest or is this short rest? Because we traveled.
If you also stay here tomorrow, it'll become a long rest.
Okay. Then he will. He'll probably turn in after that, like
Okay, so
mid
it sounds
evening.
like 11ish.
Not too late. Yeah.
Finish at 11ish. Okay. What is your passive stealth there?
16.
Yeah, so Corthin, you're awakened by the sound of whispering.
Listening.
And you hear Fal getting up and them starting to move around and heading towards the door.
Very suspicious after what he just was told. Dun 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 dun. dun
Are you gonna do anything about it? Are you gonna let him go? What are you doing?
Let's see. I am going to, once they've gone, hop out of bed and follow them.
Okay, make a stealth
Using a minor illusion to put a barrel around myself every like few feet that I move.
Make a stealth check.
And when they turn around, they go.
Yeah, no. Make a stealth check at disadvantage. Because that is the opposite of helpful. This is not. You are not Solid Snake. I'm sorry. You didn't take barrel stealth as a skill. That's a skill, by the
That's
way.
a crate.
That's a feat.
I'm sorry.
They're
box.
absolutely gonna have a yellow exclamation mark over their head
Anyways,
from minor illusion.
Yeah, so my passive perception, I notice him, but I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let him pretend like he's.
Fal,
he's
Fal,
You
do
notice a
also
barrel.
notice him?
Let's see.
What's your passive?
Roll 15.
What's your passive? I'm pretty sure it's higher than that.
Nope, I don't notice.
Oh, okay. All right. So Corthin, you follow them to out of the. So you guys are in kind of the servants' side of the castle. You follow them into the nobles section, to the guest nobles room, where Kaelen starts knocking on the door. Fig, what's your passive perception?
Oh, not great. Just 10.
Okay, so it's 15 from being a dog, but then it's back to 10 from being asleep. I assume you are asleep. What time do you go to bed?
She probably curled up on the end of the bed if Veronica ever stopped talking at her, because she didn't want to be.
Veronica, did you
be
ever
like
stop
a
talking?
Dog.
Probably, yeah.
Did you stop talking before 10 or 11?
No.
Okay, so you're both awake then, and with a 15, Fig, you hear him calling at the door.
Oh. Veronica will run to the door, like, immediately.
Will she? She's off her ass drunk. And, like,
Well,
She'll stumble
I didn't
to
say
the
she would do
door.
it gracefully.
Acrobatics check?
No. She gets
I
there.
will nail that.
She stumbles a little, but she gets there.
And she'll open the door quite funnily, like someone who is trying to be sneaky, but like not being sneaky at all.
And you
She
see
will open the
Kaelen
crack.
and Fal,
Wait,
and behind them
so-
is a barrel that was definitely not there earlier.
do I know that was Kaelin's voice?
Yeah.
So she's gonna come up behind Veronica and try to reach above her and grab the door and just say, go to bed, boys, and then try to close the door.
No. Veronica
Okay.
will totally try to contest that.
That'll be contested strength checks.
Oh, fuck.
Or saving throw.
Don't forget your poison.
No, it's strength versus strength. Check.
Ability check. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm at disadvantage.
And you're at
'cause-
disadvantage because you're drunk.
That's hilarious. It's an ability check?
Ability check. Yep.
Or
Oh.
No.
So
do I need to?
she opens the door, and there's like half a second where you see this very grinning, red-faced Veronica. She looks super eager to join you, and then, go to bed, boys. The door just slams shut.
Oh, that's so funny.
Big.
Big killer of joy. Hawklin.
Big.
You're already going to regret this. You don't need any more alcohol.
No.
Yes. She just like leans against the door to hold it closed. Goes, if you can open the door, go ahead.
Veronica will head to the nearest window.
It is not designed to be opened.
Fal's gonna walk up to the door and just press his face against it. Open it with your silver tongue, noble.
That Corthynd understands that they're just going out drinking, the barrel evaporates into smoke, and he hightails it back to the room.
He like Looney Tunes noise is like running noise.
He's doing the crab walk the whole way there.
Veronica will turn around when she realizes the window won't open, and she will look at Fig with puppy dog eyes, and she will say, "We just survived a dragon, 3 hags, 1 night of fun is not going to kill us."
It just looks at Veronica like, uh-huh. Like, she's just not moved at all by this.
Meanwhile, out in the hallway, Fal, someone you recognize approaches you. It's a young man wearing leather armor. He's also got short, wispy blonde hair, gray eyes.
Oh,
It's Dalen.
how do you do?
I'm fine. What are you doing?
I'm being held captive. Save
Oh.
me. Sorry.
I'll kind of barge in front. We're just enjoying some freedom from the swamps. And I pull out the bottle and we're trying to enjoy the rest of our night.
Ah. Careful with that one. He kills your fun. He nods towards Fal.
I hope Fal says, was that the dog's name?
He is biting his tongue this time after getting chewed out at dinner, but how's that platinum going for you?
Just fine, thank you. And now I'm a guard, apparently. And he kind of motions to the armor he's wearing and the short sword on his hip. So I guess better.
Glad to see you've turned things around. Stop assaulting people in sewers.
Through the door. It wasn't a sewer!
Nor was it an assault, but yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Where... Would you like me to show you the best place to just spend an evening?
Yes, Veronica will shout through the door if I can hear this.
You can. You can. They're not that thick of doors.
Hey, show them back to their room!
Fig. I'm grown.
I
Well,
can't have you just hanging out in the hallway, but I can show you to. There's a courtyard, low wall, trees, smells of flowers.
We know
Just kind
where
of
we're headed.
gives
Where it's gonna be
Veronica
one of those
this-
courtyards.
Oh, look.
Right. Well, why don't you head there then?
trying to. Big. Either join us or get out of the way.
Move me.
I'm going to Druidcraft. Get down to like the lower edge of the door, cast Druidcraft, and make it smell like a skunk. Just went off.
As
And-
you start to kneel down, Dalus reaches for the hilt of his sword.
Again,
I'm supposed to be protecting the nobles here, and you're in the noble section of the household. I can't have you just wandering about here.
Fine, we'll go. And I
Please.
guess we're leaving.
Dirty commoners.
all right.
Sorry,
Good luck with
Veronica.
your captor.
It will fall through the door. Kaelen, please send someone with some water. Thank you.
I will. You will regret this. Big. You will regret this. Please move out of the way.
Blood oath has been made.
So I'm gonna lead Tanis outside.
Tanis.
If he follows.
You're leading Tanis outside? Who's Tanis?
God dang it, Val.
I
Sorry,
will
I keep
follow.
reading the thing on Discord. I'm sorry, Val. I'm gonna lead Val outside if he wants to go.
Oh, yeah,
Kaelen's
he'll
so
fall.
drunk
I'm
he
gonna
keeps
I'm gonna
calling
lead you
Val
to the
Bananas.
stables. Actually, I wonder if we should do this now. The plan, and I'll let him know the plan. You know, usually Veronica and I will get out and we'll drink the rest of this, and then we're gonna race these horses around and see who can win. But usually Veronica's just the one that gets us out of trouble when we do it. So it's
Oh,
up
great.
to you if you want to still partake. Or we could just drink this and, you know, the nice night sky.
No, I'll be honest. I was missing riding a horse during that trek back through the swamp.
All
Sounds
right,
great.
let's saddle him up, and I'll hand him the bottle and for a swig, and we'll polish
so
it
the
off.
horses, the stable are in the courtyard inside the castle walls, just so you're aware.
Yeah, is there enough room to like ride around in the courtyard?
Not
Like, is it that big,
really.
or do we have to go out?
No.
Oh, really?
You're gonna have to
Okay.
go out through the main gate, which is currently closed.
Shit.
Can we see the main gate?
Landeth Castle is more like a fortress and less like an estate or manor. Yeah. I mean, the main gate's right there, but you know it's closed.
How is it looking guard-wise?
There's certainly a light on over the gate in the tower above the gate.
Should we go chat with the guard at the gate?
Oh yeah, let's bring the bottle.
Sounds good.
This quarter of a bottle of whiskey. It's almost gone anyways. There is a knock at your door, Fig, about 2 minutes later. My lady, you asked for some water.
Fig is going to eye Veronica and then like do her best to open the door as little as possible.
Veronica wants to try a dash. I'm really hoping this is a dexterity check and not a strength check.
It's gonna be a strength check because you're dashing through a door that's only 8 inches open. You don't fit through 8 inches. You see
Not a cat.
an older woman, maybe, well, I say older, she's in her 40s, with a...
Thanks.
Yeah, listen, I don't know if you know.
Don't say it.
She's got some mugs of water for you.
We'll very graciously take them and then close the door again and turn back to Veronica and go, here, your libations for the night.
Veronica's gonna pour the water on the floor.
Enjoy the hangover.
You're lucky that's not your bed right now.
Meanwhile,
Pig just kind of smiles and leans in and goes, I think it's very sweet that you assume that I care if my bed is wetter.
Veronica will turn over and pretend to fall asleep.
joke. We'll come back to that in a moment. Meanwhile, the two of you make your way up to the guard tower. It's a bit of a maze to get up there because, again, this place is designed more for defensibility than it is for just hanging out. But you find your way up there eventually. There are 2 guards in there currently playing dice.
Hey. My name's Kaelen, and
Huh?
this is Fal.
Oh,
Nice to meet you.
you're 2 of the new ones. Came in today, eh?
Yeah, we just came from the swamp, and
Ah.
we've been a little restless and having a little fun. You want a swig?
On duty at the moment, but I'm Joran. This is Halvar. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Jordan, Albert. Nice to meet you too.
Good evening.
Joran looks like he's in his, maybe mid-30s. Pretty seasoned-looking guy. Halvar looks young. He's not quite as young as Dallas, but he's young. He's early 20s at best.
So, Val and I here, when it gets late and we've had a few, we want to go race some horses. How do you feel about opening this gate?
Are they your horses?
No, but we'll bring them back.
You guys we have horses. You can race those.
Oh yeah, we do have our.
You've
Well,
got-
no, we have Starmane and a
you've got-
skeletal horse.
Yeah. And one other.
Bramble.
And Bramble, yeah.
Who was a draft horse, so similarly not very good at racing.
We have
you're
horses,
drunk,
but they're
Like that's close
not
enough.
the best for racing. We'll, of course, leave those here as collateral.
Make a
They're very
persuasion
strong.
check.
Who wants to make it? Might have to be you.
I got
This is why they're finding out you can't go drinking without Veronica. Which means you have to defeat the
Exactly.
big boss first.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm using inspiration.
What a good use for
Oh.
inspiration. All right, a 12. Joran kind of looks sidelong and says, I need to do my rounds. I'll be back to continue gambling with you in a little bit, lad. Pats Halvar on the shoulder and just steps out of the guardhouse. And Halvar, looks after Joran, looks back at you, looks after Joran, looks after you. Sorry, you want me to open the gate so that you can go horse racing with horses that don't belong to you?
We'll bring them back. We're not horse thieves. We just saved the swamp. We're good
I
people.
don't know you, and I'm gonna get... Oh my gosh.
It's all right.
We're with
Lady
Delryar.
Veronica will help us. If we cause any trouble, she'll solve it for us. She's solved it for me many times in the past.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. And he kind of looks back down at the gambling game. Make a perception check for me. You can see that there are 2 piles of coins. One pile is significantly larger than the other, and it's not the one in front of Halvar.
Well, how about I give you a couple more coins to stay in the game? Looks like you're not doing so good.
Would you give me some good luck to go with it?
My luckiest coin right here.
How much are you offering him?
I'll give him three gold. 3 golden lions.
3 lions, yeah. He eyes the lions. All right, I'm only opening them for about 2 minutes, and then I'm closing them again.
That's a 2-minute race. All right, let's go.
No.
Come on,
What do
Fal.
you need?
You can come back 30 minutes later, and I'll open it again for 2 minutes, and then I'm closing them again.
Oh, okay. All right. That's even better.
Jeez. And if I
Yes,
I
get
love
many
the drunk
times.
thinking in there.
And if I get in trouble for this, I'm telling them you beat me up.
That's
No,
fine. You want
wait.
to make it look real?
It's in character.
No, that's terrible. I'm a guard. I'm not supposed to get beat up by you. I'm telling them that you got a war wizard with you, right?
Oh yeah, he used the magic to open the gate.
Yeah.
Tell
He
him
used
it's the
his
war
magic
wizard.
to open the gate, right?
His name's Corthyn.
Corthyn.
Yes.
Used his magic to open the gate. I tried to stop him. You guys saw. I tried to stop him, and he said no. And
Yeah,
opened.
you can't
right?
trust those war wizards. They'll do anything
Okay.
with magic.
All right, go. I'm opening the gate in. You've got 2 minutes, and then I'm opening the gate for 2 minutes, and then I'm closing the gate for 2 minutes. So be quick. Go.
All right.
Go.
We're running down and starting
Running.
to
I'm
get the
burning that
horses
dream
saddled
mist.
up.
I will note that is not enough time for you to saddle horses.
All right, we're going bareback. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Put the bridle on. And we're going.
Yes, horse lady.
He said bridle. I'm choosing not to yell at him about how long it takes to find and also bridle a horse.
You just throw it in the mouth. And
He
tighten
grew
the
up with
things around
horses.
the head.
He knows.
Oh yeah, I grew up on a
I,
horse.
I like in
And-
real life.
Yeah, like in real life. Yeah.
Anyways, all right.
You met your match.
So you find a pair of
LT straight
horses.
up going, we need to talk later.
All right, so you find a pair of
I mean-
horses. You get them led. The gate opens, and off you run. Ronnie, you're
Alright.
trying not to fall asleep.
I am trying to pretend like I'm not. I'm trying to pretend that I'm sleeping.
So
Mhm.
that I'll fall asleep so that she can go.
I get that. I
Right.
get that. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And this is at disadvantage because you are drunk.
Yep.
Killing my fun.
Sorry.
Ability check or saving throw?
Saving throw. At disadvantage.
You're barfing.
God damn.
No, she's
No,
not.
she's sawing logs.
So that's a 9.
Did you see the second roll?
I saw that it was a 12. I know that you have a +4, but it's a disadvantage, so you have a 9.
Okay, all right. I realized.
Yeah, it's doing the same thing it
last
always
time.
does for you. That I have no idea why it does that.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, you're asleep.
Fuck.
You tried it.
Did she fall asleep in her bed or on the chair?
Well, she said she was trying to pretend to sleep, so she has gone to her bed huffily and laid down. Fine, I'll just go to sleep, and tries to pretend she's sleeping. And while pretending to fall asleep, she actually falls asleep.
We'll tuck her in all nice and neatly and bring a pan over, like an empty chamber pot, like a clean one, in case she needs to puke.
Mm-hmm.
There
Anyway,
will be repercussions. That's all I gotta say.
End of the bed.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna need some animal handling checks because you are riding bareback and trying to horse race
On horses that don't know you.
with horses that don't know you in the night in unfamiliar terrain while drinking.
And you're trying to get those horses back without broken legs. Assumedly.
I assume you're going towards the pastures and not the swamp, at least.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like into the safest looking area.
Yeah. Okay.
We're not
Aiming
trying to
for
get the
grass.
horses absorbed
Foul.
into the swamp.
It's not peaches, but it's a horse, and you're pretty good with animals. You're doing all right. Kaelen, you managed to control your horse, but you are heading towards a bunch of cows. I mean, a bunch of cows, like hundreds of cows.
I'm okay with this.
They are sleeping right now, those cows.
Yeah.
I'm gonna yell at Val. And I notice them sleeping. Val, come back, and we're gonna tip some cows.
All right. I'm gonna need one more animal handling check from each of you. Let's see just how bad you fucked this up. The DC was 15. You guys managed to go cow tipping, have some ridiculous fun. Do you pay attention to the time, or are you just having a blast?
I think maybe an hour or two of just dumb shit and then
Jesus.
come back. Yeah.
You come back, the gate is firmly closed. And then you remember that it was only supposed to be 30 minutes. So you guys spend the evening in the cold, in the damp, on the horses.
Guess who's
Just
not getting a
outside
short
the
rest
gate.
out of this?
You two will be gaining an exhaustion this evening.
I mean,
But
does
hey,
that sound right, Fal? We would spend more than 30 minutes, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
oh yeah,
I figured that
there's
was
a reason I asked the question, because
I
I'm
didn't wanna
not
answer it for you.
surprised by this. So you guys are gonna gain one level of exhaustion, but you do have a blast, right? Like, it's fun.
Yeah.
Stupid
And
fun.
while we're out there for the rest of the night, I'll take some time to talk to Kaelen one-on-one.
By all means.
So, well, I am worried about my friend in Arabelle, but I still can't help but feel a bit guilty pulling you away from whatever's drawing you to Suzail.
I mean, I've had a few at this point, so it's okay. It seems like Veronica doesn't want to go to Cecile yet, and that will be there waiting.
While we're at it, can you two make Constitution saves?
Oh yeah.
Since I assume you're killing that bottle of whiskey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You both wind up pretty buzzed by the end of this evening. And by pretty buzzed, I mean...
I think the
You're
technical
drunk.
term is shit-faced.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm way drunk at this point, and I'm kind of leaning over, and I do need to get to Cecile, and I think my fate kind of depends on it, really.
Oh no.
There's been a lot of rumors that maybe I am the son of Dracohorn, and
What?
I'm the bastard son.
Oh my god. So
I sent a letter I shouldn't have sent, but I heard back. Don't tell Veronica. And I kind of like gag a little bit, like I'm on the verge of throwing up. Don't tell anybody. Nobody needs to know, and it's probably not real, but it would be nice not to just be,
yeah, I get it. You're a Dracohorn. Wait, so how soon do we need to go there? Did they say? Did it confirm it?
They didn't. I don't know. It's all very fuzzy. It just they wanted to see me, and I don't want to get my hopes up, but I think it could be real.
Yeah, that could be good or very bad.
Well, I guess I'll find out eventually. I mean, after Arabelle, you have friends in danger. Veronica doesn't want to go to Cecile, so I'll
Yeah,
I'll
we'd
have
be
to
trading one swamp for another.
I don't mind the swamp so much. It's almost comforting. It's like a fond, there in war sometimes there are some good moments. It's camaraderie. It's been nice being with you all.
It's been nice having you too. Hope there's more horse races, more cows.
Oh yeah, we'll find them. And next time, Veronica will be here to bail us out.
Yeah, or at least open a gate.
And at that point, I'm probably already just like fast asleep, like in the middle of that sentence. Just
You guys are like sitting against the wall just outside the gate, barely holding onto the leads for the horses, sleeping. At dawn, the gate will open, and Dell's mom just kind of pokes her head out. Did you boys have a nice night?
Horses. Where are the horses?
You've got them
Oh.
still.
oh, whew. Oh, it was fun, but I'm famished.
I bet. Come on in. Put the horses away, and we'll get you to breakfast.
Oh, thank you.
You know, if you'd asked, we could have arranged for you to have saddled horses and a time to come in and out.
I may have the empty bottle, and I'm just like, it's more of just a inspired moment.
Oh, I get it. I was young once, and an adventurer.
Next time you'll come out.
I'm not so young anymore.
Ah. No thanks. And I'll head in.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, at breakfast, I assume Veronica is not talking to Faye.
Veronica will very politely and just like say, "Good morning, Fig," as she picks up her things, folds all of her clothes, and walks over to the boys' room.
It's
Oh,
just like, good morning.
While they were gone in the night, I had wanted to investigate that bundle that was in the chest.
Bundle that was in
I want to
chest?
the lockbox.
Oh,
What Foul left.
what Foul left you? Yeah, no
Yeah,
problem.
I don't want to open it. I want to just examine it from the outside first.
The bundle
Let
itself.
me move stuff.
I mean, I assume it's just the doses, right?
Yeah, I just figured I'd move it to try and give it to.
I mean,
his
like,
sheet
is it like
if he wants
wrapped
some.
up or?
It's in like a burlap sack, right? So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, it's pretty obviously something soft and leaf-like.
Mhm.
And if you give it a whiff, are you giving it a whiff?
Yeah, why not? I have a high constitution.
Yeah, make a con save. Yeah,
Hey.
that smells a bit like Morden vapor.
Go get it.
Not
Okay,
that you
I'm
have a
not
lot of
over
experience
there.
with it, but you recognize it.
I don't want it.
He did have direct access to a
Yeah,
known.
yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys have had it before. Like, this isn't the first time you've seen it or encountered it or dealt with it as a group. So, like, yeah, that's Morden
So
vapor.
this is eight doses of it, and there was one dose in the one that, or
And
wait.
Matthew has one dose.
one dose.
Sorry.
Okay, so that's
Del has one
900
dose.
golds potentially worth of
Yes, of
green
Morden
mist.
vapor.
So that's like most of his problem right there.
If you sell it all, yeah.
Oh, a moral quandary.
Uh-huh.
I am specifically not opening it because he said don't open it. He didn't say don't smell it. That's his fault.
Are all of you making your way to breakfast at this point then?
Before breakfast, Del actually got up and helped with the chores and such of the household. And if possible, I would like to convene with my mom and my uncle before breakfast.
Your mom is a little busy dealing with some wayward ne'er-do-wells. But your uncle is happy to talk to you.
Mm-hmm. And Del will walk into his, I assume, study at this point.
Yeah. Del.
Okay.
Come in.
I made sure to help out with the chores this morning to
Thank
free
you.
up some time.
It's appreciated.
And he'll walk over and specifically set the orb down in front of his uncle.
That's a pretty thing. Is that a lightning storm inside of it?
It is indeed.
Huh.
And I feel a connection to it.
Connection.
I truly do not have other words for it. There's something familiar about this.
Interesting. And he'll kind of motion to a chair across from his desk and take a seat himself. Oh, tell me about it. Tell me what you're feeling, what you're going through, what you're thinking.
And when I first laid hands on it and had a moment to examine it, I felt as if I was flying through a storm, and it answered to me. This is not anything I've ever felt before. It was familiar, but not mine.
Interesting.
It is convenient in its power, but I don't know if maybe you could make some inquiries of any of this type of device.
I suspect your war wizard friend would be a better source for that, but I'll ask around. You know...
Yes.
When your mother and I were your age, we did a lot of adventuring as kids.
I'm quite aware.
I know, you've heard the stories. And this one won't be particularly new to you either, but... never did know which of our various companions got your mother pregnant. My point, though, is when we found out, we were investigating a thing. There was this ghostly presence, supposedly. We got there, and we investigated it, looked into it a bit, heard some stories about what was going on. Next thing you know, your mother's complaining about being sick. And then the investigation dried up. We always...
Dried up.
Yeah. Nothing made sense anymore. It was like there was nothing there to find. Never was, except people remembered some stories about it.
And this was where?
Oh, let me think. Well, I believe we were in Ongle's Water when she started getting sick, but we'd been through all that region near the Hermitwood. Blustitch, Moonever, Bogbrook, Nesmith. I don't know if it's related at all, but your mother used to joke that you were some kind of reincarnated deity or something. Mostly because of the way you cried like a banshee, I think.
So her patience has always been hit and miss.
Well, she's a spirited lass. She loves you, though.
Yeah. Any information you might be able to get would be appreciated.
I'll see what I can
Otherwise,
find, but
he,
seriously, talk to your friend. He might know more, or know how to find it.
the more avenues of information gathering I can get. Otherwise, you've heard of our dealings with the Dracohorns in Thunderstone?
I read something about it in the paper.
I was able to take this off of now ex-Lord Dracohorn. And he sets the rod.
You mean his son, Vane?
Indeed.
Aha. I recognize this blade.
I tried to save him.
He reaches for the sword and just kind of eyes it, draws it only a little bit out of the scabbard. Andervar. Dragon's Roar. They'll be wanting that back, likely, but it's yours now, so you decide if they get it. Bit of an heirloom for that family, though, so keep that in mind.
I have no real attachment to it other than... Look, I disarmed the man in combat. Not quite my skill set, so I'm rather proud of it.
Well, then, it sounds to me like you have a great attachment to it, and if they want it back, they should come at a high price.
At least be aware of the fact that I have it, and requests may come.
Don't worry. You do your own thing. Old Dracohorn can't convince me to do anything you don't want me to.
I appreciate the support. I didn't doubt it, but it is still appreciated.
So have you decided where you're off to next?
We need to check in with Figwyn's family.
Ah. So,
and then up to Aravel.
The Falcon's Crest first.
Yes.
Right. I have a letter I'll have you carry then, if you don't mind.
Certainly.
Thank you. I'll have it drafted for you shortly.
We do you have a couple of draft horses that we might be able to...
How many do you need?
One draft horse, but a riding horse would be appreciated as well.
We have them, but we also have use of them.
Certainly.
Give them to you for a discount.
I've got coin. In fact, I'm carrying the coin of the party for some reason.
Why not? You're a trustworthy lad. Good with your sums. Seems reasonable.
And after saying for some reason, he does like a mental count over each person, and you can see him sort of saying each person's name as he considers them. And goes, I suppose I would be the best option.
You are the war wizard, usually. And don't trust a war wizard with coin.
I have a feeling that it would disappear to ingredients.
Fireball.
Or
Fireball everything.
Ingredients, spells, knowledge,
exactly.
paying to cover up crimes they've committed in the name of the king and crown.
That little music box that might be magical or might just be a little music box that's being charged too much for.
Just make
All
sure you
very
don't
reasonable
hoard it.
points.
And if I can give you a bit of advice, make sure you keep it separate from your own coin. Clearly, deliberately separate, so that everyone knows what's yours and what's the party's.
Of course.
Anyhow, you said a riding horse and a draft horse.
I believe that would shore up what we...
Going rate for that's about 125 lions. I'll give you both for 75.
We can handle that.
Do you need any tack? Gear? That I can supply you much easier. We've leather in abundance.
And I do believe that we were unable to recover the tack from the two that were lost. So yes.
I'll see to it that you've got everything you need then.
Wouldn't it have been funny if he'd eaten Thorn, but then left the tack in a neat little pile, just completely untouched? Here's your horse peel.
I don't like the stringy bits.
Do you need anything else?
Not at this time.
Go have some breakfast. Enjoy your morning. I'll try and have you the letter by noon so you can be on your way. If you ride hard, you can make it tonight. Or you're welcome to stay another night if you'd like.
We will see how the others are feeling this morning.
No rush.
They enjoyed that whiskey you were so gracious to provide.
We have a few more bottles if they'd like another.
Have them put it in the in our carriage, but don't tell them you're putting it in the carriage.
You want me to hide it from them?
I want it to be a surprise.
Very well.
Perhaps one that I can be a little bit more aware of when they get to enjoy it.
Ah, Del, don't try to control them too much. Let them have fun. They're out there risking your lives every day. Fighting dragons and hags.
I have no problems with them having fun. It's when they're supposed to be on watch that I worry.
Fair. Go have some breakfast, lad.
Hey.
And if you see my daughter out there, tell her to get her skinny little arse in here. She's got chores to do.
Absolutely. And as he leaves and spots her down the hall, he does absolutely nothing.
Yeah, she is currently, in fact, trying to sneak out. I assume all of you eventually make your way to breakfast.
Fig, at least, has been there just eagerly awaiting breakfast.
Eggs and bacon and some, I don't know, some winter fruit. I don't know what winter fruits are that you would serve with eggs and bacon.
Candy pears, maybe?
Sure.
Corthyndahast enters literally under a thundercloud. Like there's a small cloud of smoke over his head, and he is smoking, and he's smoking furiously. And when he sits down to eat, this thundercloud goes away, but he's still just puffing aggressively on the pipe.
Did Fig kill your fun last night too?
What? No, I didn't go along with those idiots.
Oh, we had so much fun. But God, my head hurts. And I'm gonna just shovel some greasy eggs in.
There's also like a ton of water and
yeah.
orange juice as well.
Thank goodness.
Figwyn, did you see the Gazette?
I saw that it exists. I haven't been able to read it. I had a minor setback in terms of focus last night.
He does look momentarily interested in that, but that can't get past his rage. He just like throws his hands up. He made War Wizard before I did.
Oh! How did he do that?
He's got a group of strumpets that he's calling the Fighting Mongooses, and they have cleared up that whole mess in Evening Star. And he's being paraded about as Ganrahast's favorite apprentice.
What are you talking about? Who is this?
What? How is that even? A muffin stealer. He's a muffin stealer and now also a glory stealer.
A grave
The
threat
worst
to the
kind
realm.
of stealer.
What
Worst
muffins
kind.
is he stealing? That sounds serious.
Muffins I made for us. I mean, it was us before you joined us, but they would have been yours too if you had joined us at that point. He tried to take muffins I baked for my friends.
To be fair, your muffins are really good. Steal worthy,
Yes,
for sure.
but they're not for Garrison Oakfell.
And then Veronica remembers last night and is like,
I don't know how he got ahead of me.
Probably.
We should go to Evening Star and kill him. Fireball,
what?
when he's not expecting it. Yes, that's the perfect
Oh,
way.
no, Corthyndahast. You can't use magic to kill him. They'll
You're
know
right.
it's you.
You're right. You're right. I'll have to poison him.
Why do you care so much about this person? What is their name again?
Garrison Oakfeld.
Garrison Oakfeld. I don't know this name, correct? I just want to make sure.
You do not. You've
Okay.
never
Unless
heard it
you
before.
really remember having read the paper this morning.
Yeah.
No. Veronica does not read anything but the titles of the paper.
I would not, in truth, harm him or wish him harm.
Maybe a little bit of
Maybe
like a
little
stub
bit.
toe.
So wait, he got World War Wizard before you did? Is that what's going on?
He is my fellow apprentice to Ganrahast, the royal magician. He is frustratingly talented.
I'm going to say this out loud, but possibly the most arrogant mage I've ever met.
I cannot believe anyone could be that arrogant. People should be
I can.
more...
And I just glare over.
You shouldn't be arrogant when it comes to magic. It is an art. A wonderful feeling that lifts up
Also,
everyone that's in it.
Fig leans towards Kaelen and goes, "He's worse."
I cannot imagine an arrogant mage.
Veronica.
You have met Garrison.
Not one
Rolls her
comes
eyes.
to mind besides Garrison. Not one?
Perhaps Vanner has, but he's long not here.
You feel a flick on your ear.
Oh. Okay.
There are large flies here.
I will make sure to keep that in mind.
Gonna pay for that one later.
But you're a war wizard now. What does it matter?
You're right. There are no ranks within the war mages. Unless somehow Vainrince decides to retire and he... Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm going to lose my lunch. Breakfast.
There's no way that could happen.
Wait, what's the problem with him retiring?
He's the royal mage, right?
No,
No.
Vainrince is the
Oh.
second in command, functional leader of the War Wizards under Ganrahast. He's the guy that
Right.
helped us with the tower.
Oh, yeah.
So Veronica is asking, wait, what would happen if he retired?
There are no ranks within the War Wizards. We're all ostensibly equal, except for the secret police. So the only way he would have for advancement is if Vainrince retired and he took over the post.
Oh, so him becoming the royal wizard,
No.
whatever.
Leader of the War
The-
Wizards. Royal
Uh-huh.
Wizard would be left next step up the ladder.
He would
Ah.
be Carthan's boss. Sort of.
Ooh.
He is my main competition for that spot.
And he's
Is
just
that
a
what you're
jerk.
going for? Is that what you want to do? You want to be the leader of the war wizards?
I feel that I would be able to best help Cormyr as the royal magician, yes.
What do you need to do to do that? To be like ahead?
Gain vastly more arcane knowledge and power, and prove myself as a good defender of the realm.
Power, gaining power. Haven't seen that go wrong.
Not with the War Wizard, certainly. We're all above reproach. Person.
Except Garrison.
Okay.
Kind of smiles basically at Corthan and says, "Oh no, it's not that you're above reproach, it's that you have bodyguards that can reproach."
So basically, you've got a rival that got war wizard at the same time as you, and that's an issue. Is that what I'm hearing?
It's an issue
No, you're
because
right.
Garrison is a big stinky poopy head.
Where's this guy at now?
The timing may have lined up that we both got it at the same time. That,
Oh.
Thank you, Miss Dracohorn. That is a balm
You're
to my
welcome.
spirit.
You're welcome. Corthin, you're the best war wizard in this party.
Ridiculously, Fig's gonna turn to him like, "Yay, is that a great compliment?" Like, she doesn't say that, she just has a very excited and happy face. For like, yeah.
Plus, you gotta focus on yourself, you know? This person over here, they're gonna do them. You do you. That's all that matters. Kaelen, Val, what happened last night?
Oh. You
How was
missed
it?
out.
I did.
Beautiful night under the stars.
Won't happen again.
We took
Did
some
you-
cows.
What? Sounds like fun.
I won the race. And I just like, that's all I say. I'm just like shoveling. I won the race. And I got my headache and I'm not feeling good, but
He changed the finish line.
Yeah, he does that.
we did tip some cows. It was fun. It was a great night. I'll hold up my orange juice and kind of cheers across the table towards you.
I'll do the same.
I'm glad that you two escaped. Next time, I gotta have a better plan, clearly.
Fig is just like very studiously not responding to any of this because it's nonsense. She's just eating her eggs and possibly the eggs of the people next to her if they don't eat their eggs fast enough.
This does mean we have no reason to go to Evening Star after Arabelle. The issues there have been resolved. Oh no.
I think
Wizards
that might
take
be
me.
Garrison's next stop.
That was the thought I just had.
This is exactly what we need.
We can kill him there.
We can go, we can get ahead of him and prove that you're the superior choice.
The very best.
The best there ever was.
No one.
No
ever was.
one was before!
Del very much has one elbow rested on the table. He's rubbing his eyes with the hand and eating while he's rubbing his eyes at this conversation, just trying very hard not to engage with it.
Do you think, Delryar, that your parents would be willing to sell me a riding saddle?
Or
For
A
our
horse,
skeletal
probably.
horse.
you're going to try and fit a saddle on a skeleton?
I can't very well ride it without one. Quite bony, I don't know if you've noticed.
It's
God, my dog is farting toxic gas. Please help me.
I'm quite confident the rib cage would be able to support it. It'd take a bit of reinforcement, certainly.
I suppose with some modifications it could work. They absolutely would be willing to sell you a saddle.
Excellent.
The modifications will depend on when we wish to leave.
That is a good question. Are you two, pointing at Fal and Kaelen, are you two in any condition to travel?
Yeah,
Sooner the better.
travel in much worse condition.
Matthew,
Almost every
I'm
time.
100%.
over the table, you know that Maris could probably do that in about a day.
We can spend another night in relative comfort and head out tomorrow morning early.
No promises on condition tomorrow morning.
That seems acceptable. You said that you spent your childhood here studying. Do they have a library?
Of sorts.
Is there any magic in it?
Some. Surprisingly.
You think I might have a peek at it?
I'm sure we can arrange that.
We should definitely stay another day.
Fal, we can make one of those fancy boozy potions again.
Oh yeah. Maybe they'll be playing dice again tonight. Is your liege going to let you leave the room today?
What room?
Nice.
I'm moving. Kaelen, I'm moving into your all room. There's less guards.
This is how Fig gets her own room.
Yes.
Only that
Fine
had been
with
her
me.
plan all the time.
Corthynd
Enjoy.
snores.
I'm sorry. I've known too many dogs to ever believe that she wanted her own room.
Yeah, no, she'll curl up on the end of her bed, still in dog form, and just make that's
That low whimper sound that's going to echo through the whole fucking castle. Yeah, I'm aware.
Maybe Corthynd should go. Maybe you should sleep in that room. The whole war wizard, purple dragon thing. Closer to protect, right?
And then if the alarms sound, you can run out together and plan while you're running, which seems like something you would do.
Totally.
Or just read a book.
or just lay on the end of her bed in dog form, whimpering sadly because she's all alone because she tried to mom one of the party mates the night before.
It was
Yeah.
such an in-character moment for both of you, though. Like, it was great.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Poor Pig, trying so hard to be the mom friend, but she doesn't really remember her mom very well, so she
No.
doesn't know what to do.
So it sounds
Corthynd,
like
if you are moving over to Fig's room, just watch out for all the barrels.
Perhaps you should be quieter when sneaking out.
You know how dangerous it is if you disturb the local barrel population.
We were trying to sneak.
Fair enough. Barrels have, they catch me all the time, I guess.
So, it sounds like we are getting an extra day here. I assume you're going to ask Maris to adapt a saddle for the skeletal horse. You're also getting a new riding horse and a new draft horse, as well as tack for the riding horse, and I assume you've got things to put the draft horse on the carriage. That's the goal, right?
What was that? Sorry.
Where did you lose me?
You asked about
Tack for the
gold and such.
I
The
hadn't gotten the
goal,
gold yet.
yes, the goal is to put the draft horse on the
Ah.
carriage.
Yes. With Bramble.
Okay. So that'll be the 75, and then whatever the price of a saddle is all you guys need to pay for all that.
Saddles on War Wizard Boy over there.
Wow. Okay, so the group gets to pay for everything else, but I got to pay for my own saddle. I see.
If you want to ride the skeletal horse, yes.
It's 10 gold for a riding saddle generally, and I could pay that.
So the riding horse that they give you is named Silvermist. It's a gray dapple. And the draft horse is named Boulder.
And
Much better
Double.
names.
specifically bring Silvermist to Val and introduce them.
I'll get you guys.
Can you set it
tokens
up
for
so that
those
Fal steals it?
later?
It's the only way I take a horse.
Val over there. You'll never be as good.
Never as good as Peaches. I'll get you guys tokens for those in a bit. Rob, go ahead and put the saddle, I don't know, somewhere, but it'll take Maris about a day to adjust it, but then she can like she's not even like phased by the fact that you show her a skeletal horse and say I needed to go on that. She's just like, oh, okay. And just like starts to work.
When you bring the horse over to Val, he'll just give you a vow and thank you, Del. It means a lot.
You do notice, Corthynd, that Maris holds herself a lot more like a commoner than a noble, even though she is Lady Maris Tammarast. And she is very good with leather. Anything else you guys are doing today during your day off? Sounds like we're getting another long rest here. So,
Corthin will inquire of Lord Tammarast if he'd be able to see the vaulted library that Dell's told him so much about.
Yeah,
By so much about
he'll show
one
you
sentence.
It's not that large. It's a reasonable sized room. There's books and maps and scrolls and not a lot. But he'll be glad to let you spend the day there if you want to go through it all.
I'll ask him if there's any magic spells.
A few spell books, possibly some alchemical records, maps.
Delightful. Thank you for the opportunity. And yeah, I'll search the spell book, see if there's any spells I could copy down in the amount of time I've got.
Let me see what's in there. Anybody else doing anything in the meanwhile?
Probably
Veronica.
Look around the kitchens. And maybe help cook.
Dell is going to see about speaking to Veronica specifically.
Okay.
Veronica's going to inquire about arrows and go for a ride.
You can absolutely get arrows, and they'll be glad to lend you a horse to ride for the day. They'll sell you arrows at the usual price, which is golden lion per 20.
Okay.
Kaelen wants to inquire about some studded leather armor if they have a set.
They absolutely do. This is definitely a place where you can get really good armor, and Maris will even find the time to help fit it to you. There's not a lot involved in fitting leather. It's not like plate, but she will make sure it fits you and show you how to cinch it and wear it and whatnot. So yeah, if you want, check the PHB price, but you can absolutely get some studded leather here. Very well made studded leather.
What was the conversion for the arrows again?
1 gold per 20.
For 20. Okay, so she will get another 20 arrows. If Dell wants to go riding with Veronica or catch her to talk, that would be fine with me.
He knows the area, so he'll offer to.
Yeah.
Go ahead then.
We just going for a ride, or?
Yeah, Veronica feels like she missed out on the horse race last night, so she's gonna borrow a horse, and then if Dell wants to or runs into her, she'd be fine with him joining.
Yep.
I hope you can keep up, and Veronica will take off.
Yep.
In any direction. So, and then we could probably, slow down at some point and whatever you would like to ask, go for it.
And after they ride out for a bit, and slow down to let the horses breathe, Del will ride up next to Veronica. Lady Dracohorn, I know that things have been less than stable since everything that happened with your brother. We are not exactly going to be standing still for a little bit, and I wanted to see how you were feeling.
I'm feeling like standing still is overrated. And I would like to do less of it. And it sounds like Arabelle is the next direction that we go in, as long as our destination is not Suzale. I'm good with it. I think the more we are moving, I think the better off I will feel.
Are you worried about being a target?
I wouldn't say worried. I would say I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And I would rather folks not catch up. I would rather folks not catch up with us. If that makes sense.
Why?
I don't know for sure. But I worry. I worry that my brother was not alone.
You not wish to expose that?
I do. It's the reason why I wanted to go to the mines. But the party's direction seems to not be in that direction. So
What are you hoping to learn about from the mines?
Vane came to Thunderstone to manage that part of the Dracohorn estate. It is, maybe you can correct me if I get this wrong, but it is definitely important to the Dracohorns, and there were rumors about the goings-ons in the mines. I don't know. I don't have more details other than that, and it's really the only lead that I have to investigate why Vane was here and what might be else, what other ties or connections my family might have. But in the case of the group is headed towards Arabelle, Val has a friend that we need to help. Sounds like Corthyndahast has some things he wants to do there too. I don't know. I feel like it will not matter either way if I go to the mines. One of the reasons why I went with my brother to Thunderstone was because I wanted to escape. I wanted to get away. And I wanted to do good. And I'd like to do both of those things.
Get away from your family?
Not away, but like out. Does that make sense?
Do you not wish to be a Dracohorn?
Yeah, sure. Being a Dracohorn rocks. Family is awesome.
Yeah, I'm going to insight check that.
Okay.
That's a pretty decent roll. How honest are you being there?
I mean, she wants Dracohorns to be what she believes them to be, which is a good, noble family who cares about.
So there's maybe a conflict between what she knows the Dracohorns are and what she wants the Dracohorns to be?
Yes.
Or rather,
and Vane has.
what they've been recently and what she wants them to be?
Yes.
Yeah.
And she would like to know more. Like, she's trying to uncover and possibly fix if she can. But it all seems so big. It all seems so like shh.
So yeah,
If her father, yeah, go ahead.
What you get, Del, is that she seems like she actually does believe in what she's saying, but there's also definitely a conflict there. Like, she believes it, but also it's not going the way she expected.
I always looked up to Vane. He's my big brother, and I feel the same way about my father. And the idea that maybe he was involved, I don't know, it's scary. So better to go check out Arabelle. And better to not let them catch up.
Depending on who you ask, the nobles of the realm are questionable.
Everyone is questionable.
It is our responsibility to make sure that we are doing what we are supposed to be doing, and not just taking care of ourselves. It's something that is easier for those that tend to stay at court, get disconnected from the going on day to day of the realm.
Never really was a fan of court. So, I don't know. It feels to me like out here, I can do more. But there will be a point where my father's patience will run out. I don't know when, and I don't know to what level, but better not to worry about that right now. What do you want?
Make sure that the realm is as safe as it can be, and that everyone in the realm is taken care of.
Is that realistic, though? Like, can the realm be safe?
I don't expect to eliminate every danger that there could possibly be to the realm. That is not what I can do. What I can do is make sure that people have what they need, provide stability, and make sure that everyone is thought of.
It all just seems like a big thing. Too big.
Being a noble has its own responsibilities.
All I can do is try. And right now, this is me trying to do good. So hopefully, if we do head to Arabelle, we can help Val's friend. We can help Corthyndahast and figure out whatever else is going on. And
Well.
we'll take it from there.
I will do what I can to help you figure out exactly what it is you need to do.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
And please understand that how things happened in Thunderstone. We did what we could, and we followed what we knew.
That's all anyone can do.
You've handled yourself well through the swamp, along with your What exactly is he for you?
My best friend. We grew up together.
Well, you and Kaelen certainly held your own in the swamp.
Yeah. Sometimes he runs into things with his head. And I wonder. I appreciate you saving him back there.
We take care of each other. That is the goal of any adventuring party.
The dragon was worrying.
Yeah. That was a bit of a blur for me.
It feels like we are definitely better together as a group. Which I do. So, not surprising. I appreciate the example you give.
I do what I can. I do what I was raised to do. And I hope that you, Kaelen, Corthyndahast, the rest, will tell me if I somehow lose that direction.
I will.
And he's going to pull the scepter off of his belt and hold it up for her to see.
You mean the sword? Or your original scepter?
The Dracohorn scepter.
Yeah, gotcha.
The rapier in the sheath is a scepter, I believe is what the thing says.
It transforms.
Yeah. I understand that this is important to your family. It is useful. And I've no interest in necessarily returning it to a problematic household.
Veronica will wince at the problematic household. God.
when you tell me, and you are confident in your family, I will return it to you.
It looks better on you anyway.
I'm making sure that you understand that I am not keeping it for myself or my family. I am simply making sure that it does not return to untrustworthy hands. And I am trusting you to tell me when it is good to be returned.
Okay. For now, I'm glad that you have it.
And should your family get insistent on you returning, you can trust that we will be just as insistent that you do not. You do not have to travel alone.
Veronica will nod her head and breathe a sigh. And if Del is kind of done, she'll turn the horse around and ride as fast as possible. Like,
Yep.
she might enjoy fast runs.
You guys race your way back to Landeth Castle. I think we'll close the session there. You guys are all getting another long rest here. We'll pick up next time, I think, on the road to Falcon's Crest, if that's okay with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody
And
object?
me?
Okay. So I'll give you guys another long rest. You'll pick up on the road to Falcon's Crest next session. Obviously, you all have inspiration. If you used it today for any reason, you all have it. But even if you didn't have it from a long rest, you guys all would have earned it as well. This was fantastic roleplay. I think I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am going to give you all, call it 200 XP. I think.
Goody.
Thank you.
2,000?
Keep doing it.
12750.
It wasn't me asking, at least.
I would also be okay with 1,500 if, you know.
Mm-hmm. Keep dreaming. You'll get there soon. You're almost level 6.
200 is very generous. Thank you.
But you didn't exactly do anything of note this session, except fantastic roleplay from everyone. Thank you all.
I defeated Veronica. What's her?
Let's be honest.
yeah.
Her CR rating at that point
Yeah,
was
her CR.
maybe 0.25.
Drunk Veronica's CR is pretty low, especially in a contest of strength.
Against Fig.
I was
I'm sorry.
really trying to look for the like, how can I use my dex instead of strength there?
That scene and those rolls were so perfect.
Natural 20 and a natural 1.
Mhm.
It was
So
just
good.
Beautiful.
So I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful week. I'll see you next week, and we'll pick up on the road to Falcon's Crest.
metal.
Thanks. You too.
That was awesome.
I know